The year is 2326. High in the treacherous peaks of Mount Siarak within the vast territory of the Samhan Empire, a desperate chase is underway. Urgent shouts echo through the forest as unseen pursuers command, "Get him, if he gets away, we're dead." A lone figure, Kim Taiju, sprints through the dense woods, his boots pounding against the earth in a desperate bid for freedom. In a moment of internal anguish, Kim Taiju questions, "What did I even do?" Sweat drips and saliva escapes his lips as Kim Taiju's mind races. "Why are they trying to kill me?" Voice barks, "Stop right there, Kim Taiju," as he clutches his head, a wave of pain threatening to overwhelm him. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light erupts, momentarily obscuring everything in its intense glow. Kim Taiju collapses, clutching his chest, a desperate thought escaping his lips. "Damn it, my heart, not again." He falls to his knees, utterly defeated, as a cold voice addresses him, "Second Lieutenant Kim Taiju." Kim Taiju looks back, a grimace of pain on his face, as the voice mocks, "Did you really think you could run without having another seizure?" The figure of First Lieutenant Jang In-dong, the Siarak outpost platoon leader and a low-tier awakened, emerges with a smirk, surrounded by his squad. From the cliff edge, First Lieutenant Jang In-dong looks down at the kneeling Kim Taiju, asking, "Is the chase finally over, Lieutenant Kim?" Kim Taiju screams in desperation, "Why are you doing this to me? What did I do?" First Lieutenant Jang In-dong sneers, "Ha, are you seriously asking because you don't know? A rejecter is trash. You should have stayed dead a long time ago." First Lieutenant Jang In-dong draws his katana, adding, "Why survive until 29 just to get on His Excellency's nerves?" Kim Taiju, clutching his side, his eyes wide with dawning horror, utters a name. "You mean Honda Mitsui?" First Lieutenant Jang In-dong adjusts his glasses, his expression menacing, and warns, "Even if she's your stepmother, she is still your superior. Watch your mouth." With a swift, brutal motion, First Lieutenant Jang In-dong lunges forward, his katana flashing as he strikes down. Kim Taejae's eyes widen in absolute shock and terror as the blade descends. First Lieutenant Jang In-dong's eyes glow with a sinister yellow light as he coldly commands, "Just die already." Katana slices through flesh, crimson blood splattering violently as the fatal blow connects. Kim Taejae's body tumbles over the cliff edge, falling into the abyss below as First Lieutenant Jang In-dong stands triumphant. First Lieutenant Jang In-dong smiles, revealing the true motive: the Poyu estate will be inherited by Lady Mitsui's two sons. With a final, chilling dismissal, First Lieutenant Jang In-dong bids safe travels to the afterlife as Kim Taejae's body vanishes from sight. 300 years ago, on a seemingly ordinary day in 2026, a bustling city street hummed with normal life under a clear sky. Then, an unprecedented event occurred. The sun was blotted out, and on that fateful day, everything changed. A celestial phenomenon unfolded as a solar eclipse cast a dark shadow, its corona glowing with an eerie, powerful light. From the heavens, a vibrant cascade of energy descended upon the earth as mana permeated the world. The arrival of mana brought catastrophic consequences. 90% of humanity was wiped out, leaving chaos and destruction in its wake. The cataclysmic arrival of mana didn't just decimate humanity, it twisted the very fabric of reality, causing climates to shift violently and once proud cities to crumble into desolate ruins. Yet, from the ashes of destruction, the resilient survivors adapted to the new mana-infused world, painstakingly rebuilding civilization with towering structures reaching for a brighter future. But the new era was far from peaceful, as monstrous, fiery beasts emerged, threatening to plunge humanity back into chaos with their overwhelming power and destructive presence. As the war against these creatures raged, society fractured, forming a rigid hierarchy based on an individual's mana aptitude, from the powerful awakened at the top down to the rejectors for whom mana was toxic. Among the elite stood Brigadier General Kim, a master-class awakened, representing the pinnacle of this new order, walking with an undeniable aura of authority alongside his entourage, including the elegant red-haired woman. However, Kim Taiju, the eldest son of this esteemed family, carries a heavy burden, his expression hinting at a profound internal struggle despite his prestigious lineage. Suddenly, Kim Taiju finds himself adrift in a surreal, cosmic landscape, a swirling galaxy juxtaposed against the ghostly outlines of modern cities, hinting at a profound shift in reality. The bizarre fusion of his familiar world with an ethereal, starlit void disorients Kim Taiju, causing him to question his surroundings aloud. "What is that thing over there, and where exactly are we?" Still bewildered by the otherworldly realm, Kim Taiju turns, seeking answers from an unseen presence, asking, "Do you happen to know?" Before him, a majestic, ancient figure floats serenely above a grand temple, his long robes flowing as a swirling galaxy unfurls behind him, an undeniable presence in this strange domain. With a surge of green mana, the ancient being effortlessly lifts Kim Taiju into the air, his voice resonating with power as he commands, "Get up and show me your face." As their gazes meet, a shock of recognition passes between them. The ancient being utters a surprised "oh," while Kim Taiju reacts with a startled. Suddenly, Kim Taiju is flooded with a vision of a formidable woman, identified as the head of the Sichuan Tang clan, a master of poisons and hidden weapons, emanating a potent green aura. The vision shifts to a terrifying figure, wreathed in crimson energy, standing triumphantly atop a burning, ravaged landscape, surrounded by his loyal, hooded followers. Another powerful memory unfolds, depicting a figure enveloped in shimmering purple mana, surrounded by a storm of floating blades, radiating an immense, destructive force. These visions culminate in the revelation of a dark, pulsating core, ensnared by a web of sinister purple energy, signifying the absolute ruler of the Murim, a man of unparalleled power. The ancient being, now seen meditating amidst a vibrant green mana flow, represents the pinnacle of spiritual cultivation, ethereal ascent, the shedding of one's mortal coil to become an immortal. As green mana swirls around his eye, the ancient being reveals a profound connection, stating, "Our souls became intertwined," hinting at a shared destiny. It is at this moment of mutual recognition that the ancient being's vast memories begin to surge into Kim Taiju, overwhelming him with a lifetime of experiences. The ancient being, observing the influx of his past into Kim Taiju, thoughtfully remarks, "Ho, so these are your memories?" He then addresses Kim Taiju directly, recognizing him as his Earth counterpart. "Kim Taiju, you are the me of Earth, possessing the same soul, and yet, despite having the same potential." The ancient being continues, revealing Kim Taiju's painful truth. "You've been despised your whole life because of the shackles of a rejecter," as haunting, smiling faces surround him. A profound realization dawns on Kim Taiju as he states, "Yes, I understand now. This is our shared mental realm, signified by a glowing orb in a rippling blue void." With this understanding, Kim Taiju embraces his new identity and power, declaring, "Since I am you and you are me," as he stands confidently, surrounded by vibrant, crackling energy. Kim Taiju stands resolute on a glowing platform, his form enveloped in crackling blue energy, signifying the profound shift in his very essence. From above, the ancient master, Tang Kaa, inverts, his form radiating with cosmic power as he bestows his legacy, urging Kim Taiju to accept his vast experience and knowledge. As Kim Taiju's eyes remain closed, Tang Kaa's voice echoes, promising that if he trains with this newfound power, he too will ascend to become the absolute ruler of his own world. With a sudden, intense surge, Kim Taiju's eyes snap open, now glowing with an ethereal blue light, reflecting the immense power and knowledge that has been imprinted upon him. Colossal burst of blue and purple energy erupts from Kim Taiju, radiating outwards in blinding waves, signifying the full integration of the ancient master's power. Kim Taiju lies unconscious on the forest floor as the remnants of the energy dissipate into the sky, Tang Kaa's final words resonating, "Use this power to live however you see fit." A close-up reveals Kim Taiju's battered face, still bruised and bleeding, as Tang Kaa's voice offers a parting wish, "I wish you luck, Kim Taiju." Kim Taiju awakens with a start, his eyes wide with realization, the name of his benefactor escaping his lips, Tang Kaa. Lying amidst the foliage, Kim Taiju confirms the incredible truth. It was no dream. Every bit of the imparted knowledge remains perfectly intact within his mind. His hand claws desperately at the earth, Kim Taiju's internal monologue, focusing on the immediate need for survival. "If I want to survive right now." Grimacing through the pain and exhaustion, Kim Taiju pushes himself up from the dirt, his face streaked with grime and blood, fueled by an unwavering will to live. He resolves to master the martial art that forged Tang Kaa into an absolute master, the primordial chaos absolute poison spirit art, a technique that thrives on consuming poison. Kim Taiju's hand grasps a cluster of dark, ominous-looking herbs. He notes with grim determination that poisonous plants are fortunately abundant in his surroundings. A guttural cry of "Ua" escapes Kim Taiju as his body convulses, the potent poison already taking its toll the moment he consumes it. Kim Taiju writhes on the ground, his face contorted in agony, the poison coursing through his veins delivering excruciating pain. Despite the torment, Kim Taiju's resolve hardens. He forces more of the noxious herbs into his mouth, declaring that he must consume them to survive. In a meditative pose, his silhouette appears bound by ethereal chains, believing he can convert the poison into internal energy and forge a poison essence within his dantian. Green energy explodes around him, shattering the illusory chains. Kim Taiju realizes he can restructure his body and break free from the limitations of a mana rejecter. Transformation complete. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with a vibrant green, his hair now a deep teal, as powerful green mana crackles around him, signifying his new, formidable state. Under the pale light of the full moon, a command rings out through the forest. The search party is ordered to confirm the corpse before leaving and to hurry. Soldiers fan out, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, as one queries aloud, wondering, where is it? The stern official, growing impatient, shouts in frustration, demanding to know why it is taking so long to locate just one body. The stern official strides purposefully through the undergrowth, his boots crunching leaves as he continues to oversee the fruitless search. Suddenly, a soldier exclaims, "Ha, there he is," but their relief quickly turns to shock as the stern official questions, "What? How are you alive?" Kim Tae-ju lies motionless, surrounded by a faint green aura, prompting a soldier to ask their superior, "Why does this guy suddenly feel different, sir?" As Kim Tae-ju meditates, enveloped in swirling green energy, the narrator explains that this isn't a typical mana reaction. Kim Tae-ju isn't building internal energy through mana, but through poison energy. Stern official, eyes narrowed, demands to know how a mana reject could possibly wield such power, furiously ordering his subordinates to eliminate Kim Tae-ju before the situation escalates further. Kim Tae-ju stands firm, his form now completely engulfed in volatile green energy, a faint sword hilt visible in his grasp as the strange power coalesces around him. His eyes remain closed, a serene yet determined expression on his face as faint particles of energy continue to swirl around him. A massive, spectral blade of dark blue energy manifests, shimmering with an ominous glow, ready to strike. Kim Tae-jae's eyes snap open, now sharp and resolute, reflecting a newfound clarity and lethal intent. The surge of poison energy, Kim Tae-ju deftly parries a concentrated blue energy blast, the impact sending shockwaves as the stern official watches in utter disbelief. The stern official recoils, a bead of sweat tracing his temple as he registers the impossible. Kim Tae-ju, a mana reject, has just deflected a direct attack. His fellow officers stand stunned, their faces betraying a mixture of fear and confusion at Kim Tae-jae's unexpected display of power. Kim Tae-ju gazes at his hand, now pulsating with vibrant green energy, a realization dawning on him as he questions if this potent force is truly internal energy. His hand clenches into a determined fist, the green energy intensifying as Kim Tae-ju accepts this newfound internal power, understanding its potential. Kim Tae-ju crouches low, radiating a powerful green aura as he prepares to confront the surrounding soldiers who now seem like mere obstacles. Standing tall despite his injuries, Kim Tae-ju offers a chilling greeting to his adversaries, his tone dripping with an unsettling familiarity. Stern official challenges Kim Tae-jae's newfound confidence, questioning if he's suddenly awakened, especially since he lacks the distinctive tattoo of an awakened individual. Kim Tae-ju casts his gaze downward, a faint, knowing smile playing on his lips as he muses on the concept of awakening. A system prompt clarifies the hierarchy of awakened individuals, ranging from master with their unique tattoos through various expert tiers down to regular users. Kim Tae-ju coolly asks if the stern official has delivered his final words, igniting a furious retort from the official who labels him an insolent bastard. Kim Tae-jae's hand tightens, revealing 3 golden, coin-like objects embedded into his knuckles, glowing with an internal light. Engulfed in a furious green aura, Kim Tae-ju declares his intention to reciprocate the harm inflicted upon him. One of the soldiers scoffs at Kim Tae-jae's choice of weapon, mockingly asking if he'd hit his head, dismissing the glowing coins as insignificant. With a furious roar, a soldier charges forward, vowing to kill Kim Tae-ju this time, as another commands a full-scale assault. Kim Tae-ju observes his clenched fist, radiating green energy, noting the peculiar calm that has settled over his mind despite this being his first true fight in his current body. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with an intense green light, the spectral image of an older man faintly visible behind him, hinting at a deeper connection. He deduces that his unnatural tranquility stems from the inherited memories of Dang Gunak, whose ghostly presence lingers behind him. Within a swirling vortex of spiritual energy, Kim Tae-ju acknowledges that the very path of the poison demon still resides within him, a legacy passed down from Dang Gunak. Activating his power, Kim Tae-ju unleashes a volley of glowing golden coins imbued with potent green energy as the technique Poison Blade begins to manifest. Kim Tae-ju launches his attack, sending the energized coins hurtling towards the bewildered soldiers in the foreground who brace for impact. The energized coins strike with a powerful impact, creating a forceful burst of green energy. The soldiers are violently thrown backward, engulfed in the potent green energy, their bodies contorting from the force. Kim Tae-ju unleashes Phantom Preview, striking multiple targets with blinding speed, leaving the soldiers disoriented by his relentless onslaught of green mana. His hands surge with raw green mana, concentrating power for his next devastating move, the energy swirling intensely. Unleashing Blood Poison Palm, Kim Taiju directs a focused blast of corrosive green energy, impacting a soldier directly with immense force. With fluid motion, Kim Taiju pivots, his form wreathed in shimmering green mana as he prepares to continue his assault. A soldier stares in horror as a searing wave of green energy arcs relentlessly towards him, promising a painful impact. Soldier turns, his voice laced with disbelief, questioning, "See, Commander?" as Kim Taiju continues his relentless assault in the distance. Enraged, a soldier levels his futuristic weapon at Kim Taiju, screaming, "Die!" in a desperate attempt to retaliate. The barrel of the futuristic pistol locks onto Kim Taiju, who remains enveloped in his vibrant green aura, unfazed by the threat. Before the shot can connect, a burst of green energy erupts from Kim Taiju, effortlessly deflecting the incoming projectile. Kim Taiju stands firm, minor injuries visible, but his green mana pulses with undiminished power, ready for more combat. His movements are a blur, leaving trails of green energy as he closes the distance, a formidable presence. With glowing green eyes and a cold gaze, Kim Taiju dismisses their attempts, remarking, "Too slow." Kim Taiju takes a deliberate step forward, the sound of his boots echoing ominously on the ground. The injured soldier collapses before Kim Taiju, clutching his chest and gasping, "Gah, why you? What did you do to me?" Kim Taiju looks down with a chilling smirk, stating that even awakened ones are the same against poison. The poisoned soldier, his face contorted in agony, struggles to comprehend, "You don't even have a tattoo, so how are you using a skill?" Kim Taiju scoffs at the soldier's question, remarking, "A skill? Dang Gunak would be offended if he heard that." He then adds, "Anyway, how does it feel to be on the receiving end?" His eyes narrow, and a dark expression crosses Kim Taejae's face as he asks, "It feels filthy, doesn't it?" The soldier's face is a mask of terror and despair, black tears streaming as he pleads, "I am sorry, Lieutenant Kim. Please spare me." Kim Taejae's hand clamps down on the soldier's neck, injecting more potent green energy, intensifying the agonizing poison. The soldier lets out a guttural scream of pure agony as his eyes roll back in his head, overwhelmed by the poison. Kim Taiju lifts the soldier effortlessly by the neck, who chokes and coughs uncontrollably, uttering, "Keg, cough, cough." The dying soldier desperately tries to intimidate Kim Taiju, wheezing, do you know who's behind me?" Kim Taiju tightens his grip, ignoring the futile threat as black liquid oozes from the soldier's mouth, a grim sight. Kim Taejae's eyes glow with an intense, unyielding green light, his resolve unwavering as he gazes at his victim. Kim Taiju stands amidst the fallen soldiers, a chilling victor, his hands still crackling with green mana as black stains mar the ground. A faint, satisfied smirk plays on Kim Taejae's lips, a silent, menacing hair. With his eyes glowing an ominous green, Kim Taiju offers a chilling, confident smile, uttering, "Don't worry." As Kim Taiju embraces his newfound power, we rewind to the world that shaped him, the vast and formidable Samhan Empire, a nation forged from the ashes of the mana upheaval, merging the territories of former Korea, China, and Japan. Within this sprawling empire lies Poyu, Kim Taejae's hometown, a small and barren domain that reflects the harsh realities of this new era. In a lavish office, a male official questions Brigadier General Kim about Kim Taejae's discharge, only to be met with the shocking revelation of an assassination attempt within his unit. The official reacts with disbelief at the mention of assassination, as Brigadier General Kim details how Lieutenant Jang In-dong and his squad betrayed Kim Taiju, attacking him from a cliff during a reconnaissance mission. After the brutal attack, Kim Taiju barely clung to life, was subsequently discharged, and then vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the echo of his struggle in a mystical, glowing forest. Meanwhile, the treacherous Lieutenant Jang and his squad met a gruesome end, reportedly attacked and devoured by monsters while attempting to flee through the very same eerie woods. Back in the office, the male official expresses his confusion over the motive, but Brigadier General Kim reveals the chilling truth: the assassination was commissioned by Japanese-affiliated officers. The male official's eyes widen in stark realization, a silent question hanging in the air as the implications of Japanese-affiliated sink in. He clutches his face in dismay, the name Mitsui escaping his lips, a powerful and ominous name that brings a new layer of dread to the conspiracy. Shadowy figures behind the plot are revealed, a formidable woman in black flanked by two stern-faced men in military attire, embodying the power of the Mitsui group. The narrator reveals the woman's cruel intent, stating that she had always desired the death of Kim Taiju, the so-called mana reject. Brigadier General Kim, lost in thought, rationalizes the situation, musing that Kim Taiju was destined to die from mana overload anyway. He prioritizes Poyu's difficult situation and the need for support from wealthy in-laws. With a heavy sigh, Brigadier General Kim resolves to cover up the incident, deeming it the only viable option given the complex political landscape. Brigadier General Kim sternly instructs the male official to handle the cover-up, dismissing him with a curt "you may leave," to which the official promptly complies. The heavy door clicks shut, sealing the fate of the investigation and the truth behind Kim Tae-jae's disappearance. Brigadier General Kim's internal monologue continues, justifying his decision by reiterating that Kim Tae-ju, as a mana reject, was destined for an early demise, his survival to 29 years old already a miracle. His thoughts linger on Mitsui's actions, acknowledging they crossed a line, but the unspoken but implies that political expediency will trump justice. Transitioning to the present, Kim Tae-ju, now with striking teal hair, stands atop a mountain, marveling at the panoramic view of Guri below. Hiking companion greets Kim Tae-ju, noting it's his first time seeing Guri's full expanse, to which Kim Tae-ju humbly replies that he hasn't been in the area for long. The hiking companion, with a knowing smile, teases Kim Tae-ju about his unfamiliarity with the city, prompting an awkward but polite response. He begins to recount Guri's history, explaining that the now free city was once a mere town in the Republic of Korea, a transformation that occurred over 3 centuries. The companion elaborates that Yiri-zan, the surrounding region, was infested with monsters, leading the emperor to designate Guri as a vital base and declare it a free city to combat the threat. This new status brought immense benefits, including tax breaks on monster byproducts and leniency on illicit activities, showcasing the incentives driving its growth. As the companion concludes his lengthy explanation, revealing Guri's rise as a wealthy powerhouse fueled by monster byproducts, Kim Tae-ju, with a hint of impatience, interjects, urging him to get to the point. Kim Tae-ju's companion cautions him about the dangerous criminals lurking in Guri, advising constant vigilance. With a light-hearted sigh, Kim Tae-ju replies, acknowledging the warning. The companion then cuts to the chase, telling Kim Tae-ju to ask any further questions while urging the group to get moving. Kim Tae-ju muses internally about his companion, acknowledging his verbose nature but recognizing his genuine care for others. Narration shifts, indicating a flashback to a short while ago. The flashback reveals Kim Tae-ju's past, depicting him narrowly surviving an assassination attempt while in the military, facing multiple assailants. Kim Tae-ju recounts how he severed all ties after his discharge, driven by a singular purpose, to find a place where he could grow stronger. His journey led him to the free city of Guri, a place he discovered in his quest for power. He found Guri ideal, as the weak imperial authority there made it difficult for his family to track his whereabouts. Furthermore, Guri's abundance of poison-carrying monsters and toxic herbs presented a perfect environment for his martial arts training. He reflects on the term martial arts, admitting it still feels unfamiliar on his tongue. Kim Tae-ju recalls the fateful gift he received just before his death, soul sharing, linking him to another entity. He identifies his soul partner as Dang Gun-ak, the absolute poison demon from the Murim world, who bestowed upon him the Hunwon Mugang poison spirit art. Kim Tae-ju then realizes, with a touch of irony, that Honda Mitsui, his attempted assassin, inadvertently aided his awakening. Returning to the present, Kim Tae-ju acknowledges his current lack of independent strength and funds, explaining his work as a porter in Yurisan to grow stronger. Suddenly, his companion calls out to him. His companion poses a question, asking Kim Tae-ju who he believes is the strongest member of their current party, to which Kim Tae-ju replies that it's difficult to say. The companion then points out a female swordsman, Lee Ha-nyul, identifying her as a pro-awakened of regular rank, which prompts Kim Tae-ju to comment on her impressive youth. Kim Tae-ju internally processes the ranking, understanding that a regular rank signifies a significant step above a beginner, placing Lee Ha-nyul above someone like Jang In-dong. However, Kim Tae-ju's keen perception picks up on something unusual in Lee Ha-nyul's mana flow, causing him to question its strange appearance. Lee Ha-nyul's eyes roll back and her face flushes, indicating a sudden and severe physical reaction. The party erupts in alarm, with cries of Ms. Pro, as they realize they're under attack by a variant 3-stripe mosquito. Panic spreads as the companion urgently warns everyone not to get bitten. Kim Tae-ju's expression hardens, a hint of confusion in his eyes as he questions the seemingly innocuous threat. A mosquito? Activating the fireball skill, the red-haired woman unleashes a massive sphere of scorching flames, hurtling it downwards with destructive force. The fireball detonates with a thunderous explosion, engulfing the area in a blinding flash and concussive shockwave, forcing the party members to recoil. Kim Taiju, still somewhat puzzled, asks his companion why everyone is so panicked. The companion explains the mosquito's terrifying effect: a bite temporarily drains all mana. Companion elaborates, revealing that severe cases result in immediate unconsciousness, just like Lee Ha-nyul. He adds that a single mosquito has been known to wipe out entire parties, justifying their extreme caution. As he observes Lee Ha-nyul, Kim Taiju realizes that his companion's description of the mosquito's poison perfectly matches a specific toxin stored within Dang Gunake's memories. Kim Taiju kneels beside the unconscious Lee Ha-nyul, his hand glowing with green mana as he contemplates using his poison spirit art to analyze the toxin, seeing it as an opportunity to test his new abilities. Kim Taiju asks if she's alright, but as his green mana emanates, a sudden realization dawns on him, prompting an internal question about his discovery. Kim Taiju observes the strange environmental disturbance affecting their hands, internally cursing the unexpected conditions in what shouldn't be a dangerous mosquito zone. A team member urges his leader to retreat, pointing out their lack of bug-proof gear. The leader agrees, confirming that even Pro Lee has fallen, making a tactical withdrawal the most sensible option. Subtle rustling of tall grass breaks the tense silence, hinting at an unseen presence. A look of sudden alarm crosses the team leader's face as he processes the implications of the disturbance. The team leader barks a command for everyone to prepare for battle, drawing his sword as the red-haired woman and others brace themselves. The source of their alarm is revealed to be a long-tailed sack rabbit, a creature listed by the system as the lowest on the food chain, primarily used for field testing due to its high breeding rate. Red-haired woman lets out a sigh of relief, realizing the perceived threat was merely a harmless sack rabbit. The team leader smiles, telling everyone to relax and confirming their decision to fall back. A sudden, brutal impact sends a shockwave through the team leader, his face contorting in agony as a guttural cry escapes him. The red-haired woman's eyes widen in horror as a monstrous, shadowy figure looms menacingly behind her, revealing the true danger. Red-haired woman swings her staff with desperate force, attempting to fend off the monstrous assailant whose massive leg dominates the foreground. A team member cries out in disbelief and fear, identifying the monstrous attacker as an orc. A horde of hulking, green-skinned orcs, wielding brutal weapons, emerges from the shadows, their presence a terrifying confirmation of the new threat. Overwhelmed by the sudden assault, the red-haired woman is violently knocked to the ground, surrounded by the advancing orcs. Gritting her teeth, the red-haired woman ignites a ball of fire, declaring her intent to buy them time and ordering the others to grab the injured and escape. Team member with the backpack calls out to Kim Taiju, who is kneeling protectively over an injured comrade while the red-haired woman prepares for a desperate stand. With a determined gaze, Kim Taiju instructs the others to leave him behind, resolute in his decision to stay and fight. The team member with the backpack vehemently protests, questioning Kim Tae-jae's rationale for involving himself in a battle that isn't theirs. Kim Tae-jae's silent resolve is clear. He acknowledges the overwhelming numbers and understands he must assist. Kim Tae-jae carefully helps the team member carry the injured Pro Lee, asking him to take care, while the team member grumbles about Kim Tae-jae's decision to stay, doubting his effectiveness. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with an intense resolve as he firmly dismisses any further argument, stating there's no time and promising to provide backup from the side. Team member carrying Pro Lee reluctantly agrees to leave, shouting a desperate warning to Kim Tae-jae not to die, to which Kim Tae-jae calmly reassures him. As the red-haired woman battles the orcs, Kim Tae-jae observes their movements, a thought forming in his mind that something is amiss due to their unusually coordinated attacks. An orc unleashes a fire lance skill, striking the red-haired woman mid-air as the monster snarls a bloodthirsty die. Despite being knocked back, the red-haired woman shouts a dire warning to watch out, realizing one of the orcs is breaking off to target the fleeing porters. A heavy foot slams down, echoing the urgency of the approaching threat. The red-haired woman, fueled by defiant anger, spins around, challenging the orc that dared to target the fleeing porters, demanding to know, "Where do you think you're going?" The red-haired woman unleashes a powerful fire wall, conjuring a blazing barrier that erupts between her and the charging orc, who lets out a frustrated KWK. Kim Tae-jae watches the fiery spectacle, a look of surprise crossing his face as he witnesses the red-haired woman's raw power. Kim Tae-jae's eyes widen further, a profound realization dawning upon him amidst the chaos of the battle. The red-haired woman's eyes narrow, a bead of sweat tracing her temple as she observes the unfolding chaos. A monstrous green-skinned creature lunges, its red eyes blazing with predatory intent, leaving a destructive trail in its wake. Red-haired woman recoils in shock, a sharp "what" escaping her lips as a crimson blade of energy slices dangerously close behind her. The scene shifts dramatically to reveal the immortal realm, a breathtaking vista of floating islands adorned with ancient peaks and lush, vibrant flora under a serene blue sky. More floating landmasses drift across the vast, ethereal sky, dotted with traditional structures and illuminated by mystical, fish-shaped energy forms. A long-haired figure, gazing out at the vast immortal realm, reflects that a month has passed since his arrival, a journey that would have been impossible without Kim Taiju. He continues, recalling the invaluable knowledge of a world called Earth, acquired through their profound soul-sharing. As green spiritual energy swirls around him in meditation, he reveals that this shared knowledge granted him a new, profound enlightenment. The energy coalesces into a flowing, ethereal form as he declares his ultimate triumph, the long-sought ascension to immortality. His hand clenches into a tight fist, a sudden surge of frustration as he laments, "But I should have known." His face contorts in a furious grimace, unable to believe that the fabled immortal realm is nothing more than a prison for such vile individuals. He bursts into maniacal laughter, soaring through the sky with a sword, proclaiming that everyone around him is utterly insane. The long-haired figure, mid-flight, dismisses sect founders and legendary masters as all being the same, while a distant voice taunts, asking about Zhong Sanfeng's slowness, and another shouts for him to stop right there, "You crazy sword immortal." From behind, the long-haired figure observes the distant skirmishes, lamenting that these beings are nothing but beasts devoid of decency, reflecting on the wasted years that led him to such a place. Distant maniacal laughter echoes with shouts of "Die." As he and Kim Taiju are shown connected by swirling cosmic energies, he tries to find a silver lining, acknowledging that their past connection ultimately led to this current outcome. His expression softens as he muses, addressing Kim Taiju, "Taiju, how are you doing?" He observes a distressed Kim Taiju, reflecting on their shared soul yet vastly different fates. He became a martial master while Kim Taiju was ostracized. He hopes Kim Taiju can now find happiness using his newfound power. A shadowy silhouette of Kim Taiju stands enveloped in vibrant purple energy as the long-haired figure advises him to quickly reach the 7th star of the primordial formless poison spirit art to surpass the masters in his memories. A hopeful smile graces his lips as he expresses the possibility of their paths crossing again, promising to seek out new teachings for Kim Taiju when that time comes. His expression shifts to one of surprise as he considers the effort required to find such new teachings, even within the confines of this prison. As he looks on with a hint of annoyance, a distant combatant shouts a challenge, questioning the poison immortal about the power of a true telekinetic sword and scorning petty flying dagger techniques. He bursts into furious laughter, charging forward with his sword, vowing to kill the crazy swordsman bastard. The red-haired woman unleashes a powerful firewall spell, a torrent of flames engulfing her surroundings, grunting "Ugh" in exertion. Her eyes widen in alarm, a bead of sweat forming as she urgently commands, "Get down." The red-haired woman looks up in shock as the green-skinned monster looms over her, its attack indicated by a menacing red energy blade. Kim Taejae's eyes narrow in annoyance, letting out a sharp tch. A swift green energy projectile slams into the ground, creating a sharp impact. The red-haired woman cries out in pain, her body jolting from the sudden, powerful blow. Her surprise is met with a decisive stomp as Kim Taejae's foot slams onto the ground, radiating potent green energy. His eyes glow with fierce determination as Kim Taiju declares his intent to showcase the wide-area hidden weapon technique he recently mastered. Countless green energy discs, imbued with his power, slice through the air, targeting every enemy within the forest. Projectiles strike their monstrous targets, sending the green-skinned enemies reeling back from the force of the wide-area attack. The lethal discs converge in a deadly spiral before scattering, leaving trails of destructive energy across the sky. Kim Taiju lands powerfully, his fist striking the earth as numerous golden coins, the remnants of his technique, litter the ground around him while the red-haired woman lies unconscious nearby. Surveying the scene of defeated enemies, Kim Taiju muses that while he hadn't anticipated such a swift, one-hit victory, the outcome is undeniably satisfying. Kim Taejae's gaze falls upon the unconscious red-haired woman, wondering what to do with her after his attempt to save her resulted in her being knocked out. As Kim Taiju walks away, he considers the implications of exposing his power, realizing that even against weak creatures, a porter without a tattoo single-handedly wiping them out would raise suspicions and potentially reach his father's attention. With a final glance at the defeated monsters, Kim Taiju decides he must leave the area quickly before anyone else arrives. A confident smile graces Kim Taejae's face as he reflects on his rapid transformation from a mana rejecter just a month ago, acknowledging that meeting Dang Gunak profoundly changed his life. In a chibi moment, Kim Taiju grumbles about the inconvenience of his hidden weapon techniques, forced to painstakingly collect each discarded coin, pondering the high production cost of such disposable items. Kim Taiju examines his bag of coins, recalling that automatic retrieval becomes possible at the 7th star, which motivates him to get stronger quickly. However, he suddenly realizes one coin is missing. He scans the forest, trying to pinpoint where the missing coin could be, certain he threw it in this general direction. With a slight sigh of relief, Kim Taiju spots the missing coin, lodged firmly within a tree trunk. As he retrieves the coin, Kim Taiju's attention is drawn to a peculiar sight, a large, red, three-striped mosquito-like creature resting on the forest floor. His expression turns serious, eyes narrowed as he observes the strange insect. A burst of green energy erupts from Kim Taiju's outstretched fist, aimed directly at the creature. He captures the mutant three-striped mosquito within a swirling orb of green mana, pondering why such a creature would be found in an area outside of its known habitat. Sudden realization dawns on Kim Taiju as he questions if this very mosquito was responsible for biting the red-haired woman earlier, causing her collapse. The mosquito's proboscis is shown piercing skin, surrounded by a faint green aura, indicating its toxic nature. Kim Taiju deduces that as the mosquito's potent poison circulates, it scatters internal energy, causing awakened individuals to temporarily lose their mana. He confirms his suspicion, recognizing the poison's similarity to the martial world's energy-scattering poison, which disrupts internal energy and temporarily incapacitates awakened individuals. Unlike the martial world, Kim Taiju realizes this poison has no known cure in their reality, leaving protective gear as the only countermeasure against its dangerous effects. He contemplates a solution, believing that if he could analyze the poison's exact components, he could leverage Dang Gunak's knowledge to craft an antidote similar to the energy-scattering poison's cure, provided he finds equivalent herbs on Earth. With a grim resolve, Kim Taiju concludes that there's no other option, he must directly experience the poison to understand it. He winces, a hand instinctively rising to cover his mouth, as the effects of the poison begin to take hold. A subtle tremor runs through Kim Taejae's neck, a visual indication of the poison's internal spread. Kim Taejae's mind races, relieved that the components are similar to what he needs. He believes he can create a solution as long as he finds the right herbs on Mount Yuri, his thoughts quickly turning to the immense profit he could make. He can practically smell the money, certain this venture will make him rich. With a clear goal in mind, Kim Taeju resolves to test his new theory as soon as he returns. Suddenly, Kim Taejae's eyes sharpen, a silent question forming in his mind as he senses an unexpected presence. Towering above Kim Taeju, a colossal, axe-wielding orc materializes, prompting the shocking realization that an elite orc has appeared in this unexpected location. The elite orc's face is a mask of savage power, its eyes glowing with a malevolent red light, radiating an undeniable threat. The monstrous orc fixes its glowing red gaze, its expression a chilling blend of primal fury and predatory intelligence. The massive elite orc raises its formidable axe, its shadow falling over the prone Kim Taeju, signaling an imminent, devastating strike. Kim Taeju observes its immense, irregular form, noting with alarm that this creature possesses the ability to speak, a trait far beyond common monsters. He realizes with a jolt that this must be an elite, the fabled awakened version of a magical beast he'd only ever heard rumors about. His eyes narrow in concern, pondering the escalating situation. First mosquitoes, then a horde of orcs, and now an elite, all appearing outside their usual habitats. He wonders what chaotic events are unfolding on Mount Yuri. The elite orc unleashes a thunderous swing, its massive axe a blur of destructive force. The colossal axe slams into the earth, sending shards of rock and debris erupting violently in all directions. The ground itself shatters and tears open, a testament to the raw, devastating power of the elite orc's attack. Kim Taeju, having narrowly evaded the earth-shattering blow, finds himself airborne, a single word of disbelief echoing in his mind at the sheer destructive force. As Kim Taeju prepares his next move, he considers the possibility that his usual attacks might be completely ineffective, deciding to first test the elite orc's defenses cautiously. Activating his flying dagger arts, Kim Taeju unleashes a barrage of golden coins, launching them with precision using his single flash technique towards the elite orc. Golden projectiles strike the elite orc with rapid force, impacting its formidable hide as it lies momentarily stunned on the ground. A surge of golden energy and crackling lightning emanates from Kim Taeju, reflecting the power behind his unique attack. The air around Kim Taeju crackles with residual golden energy, a visual echo of his potent single flash technique. Kim Taeju's eyes narrow, confirming his earlier suspicions as he observes the outcome of his preliminary attack. He notes with frustration that even Single Flash, the most potent of his hidden weapon arts, failed to leave a significant mark on the elite orc. The elite orc's crimson eyes flare with renewed intensity, completely unfazed by the previous assault, its gaze unwavering. With a guttural roar, the elite orc rises, its massive form radiating pure, unbridled rage, ready to retaliate. A bead of sweat trickles down Kim Tae-jae's face as he curses his hesitation, chastising himself for wavering in the presence of such a formidable foe. He reflects on his momentary lapse, imagining the disdain Dang Gunak would feel seeing him falter just because a single attack proved ineffective. Kim Tae-ju clenches his fists, green mana flaring around them, acknowledging his overconfidence after easily dispatching lesser orcs. With a surge of green mana enveloping him, Kim Tae-jae's resolve hardens. He vows to overcome any obstacle, to fight relentlessly until his enemy is defeated. Kim Tae-ju channels his potent green mana, focusing it into his hand as he prepares to unleash the devastating power of Bloodseal Poison Palm. The monstrous orc rears back, its formidable axe poised to cleave through anything in its path, radiating raw, untamed power. Kim Tae-jae's attack connects, a torrent of green mana exploding upon impact, sending the massive orc reeling from the overwhelming force. Kim Tae-ju lets out a guttural roar, his face contorted with exertion as the immense green energy surges through him. His hand pulses with residual green mana, the lingering power of his devastating technique still visible in the air. The forest floor erupts in a cataclysmic burst of green energy, tearing through the landscape and leaving a crater in its wake. A vibrant title card flashes across the screen, marking a transition in the unfolding narrative. The massive axe lies discarded, embedded in the earth, a testament to the brutal battle that just concluded. The formidable orc stands defiant, its imposing figure still radiating menace despite the recent onslaught. Kim Tae-ju internally laments that his attack was too shallow, failing to inflict any significant damage to the orc's main body. With a determined glint in his eyes and a cut marring his lip, Kim Tae-ju resolves that if this is how the fight will proceed, then he will simply have to beat his opponent down, relentlessly, again and again. The orc's massive axe flashes with terrifying speed, cleaving through the air with deadly intent. Violent crimson slashes crisscross a dark silhouette of Kim Tae-ju, indicating a barrage of swift, precise attacks. Kim Tae-ju exclaims in shock, utterly bewildered by the sudden and relentless assault. Amidst the chaos, a monstrous, clawed silhouette is struck by the same crimson slashes, revealing an unexpected new player in the fray. Kim Tae-ju observes the shadowy figure, realizing with dread that this newcomer effortlessly butchered an elite monster. He chastises himself, knowing he should have fled, but the elite's presence had kept him engaged. As Kim Tae-ju considers what excuse to offer, Lee Young-hak cuts him off, sharply demanding his attention. Kim Tae-ju, looking at the fallen orc, confronts Lee Young-hak, directly asking if he was the one who defeated it. Lee Young-hak, his expression stern, observes that Kim Tae-ju lacks an awakener's facial tattoo, then contemptuously demands to know how trash like him managed to slaughter an entire orc horde. Kim Tae-ju remains silent, a bead of sweat tracing his temple, unsure how to respond to Lee Young-hak's cutting remarks. Lee Young-hak's gaze intensifies, his patience clearly wearing thin as he awaits an explanation. Lee Young-hak presses further, demanding an immediate answer from Kim Tae-ju, questioning his very identity. A formidable figure is revealed as Lee Young-hak, a Guri City Standing Committee member, vigilante captain, and Nogadan Guild master. Kim Tae-ju, recognizing Lee Young-hak's extraordinary status, carefully chooses his words, first expressing gratitude for being saved. As Kim Tae-ju begins to introduce himself, a group of allies rushes into the clearing, with one man urgently calling out to confirm Kim Tae-ju's safety. The man with the backpack hastily clarifies his concern, not for Kim Tae-ju, but for the cargo. Kim Tae-ju, with a slight smile, confirms that gentleman arrived precisely on time, assuring him everything is fine. The man with the backpack looks puzzled, questioning the identity of that gentleman. Lee Young-hak, now fully recognized, is addressed by one of the new arrivals as Master Lee Young-hak. The female subordinate apologizes profusely to Master Lee Young-hak for their delay, but he swiftly dismisses it, instructing them to call the cleanup crew and handle the aftermath. The narration shifts to provide crucial background information, revealing that Guri is a free city governed by an autonomous committee rather than the imperial family. The city's unique governance is spearheaded by powerful figures like Lord Lee Young-hak, one of the 3 standing committee members who wield significant voting rights. Lord Lee Young-hak is a master-rank awakener who commands the formidable Nogadan Guild, responsible for maintaining public security within Guri. A porter, burdened with a heavy pack, reveals the harsh reality of life in Guri, explaining that even simple porters like him are forced to pay a hefty tribute to the Nogadan Guild for their supposed safety. A sharp voice cuts through the air, silencing the porter with a stern warning. The mustached man quickly prompts Kim Taiju to express gratitude. Bowing deeply, Kim Taiju introduces himself as a porter who recently arrived in Guri, thanking Lord Lee Yoonghak for saving him. Lord Lee Yoonghak's expression shifts to surprise, questioning how a mere porter could have survived, let alone not been responsible for clearing the horde of orcs. The mysterious man explains that a powerful mage was responsible for annihilating the orc horde. He then internally scoffs at being called trash so quickly, continuing to recount how the mage collapsed from mana exhaustion, only for an elite orc to suddenly appear. A formidable woman, armed with a spear, reports to her master that the survivor has been secured and the cleanup crew is en route, suggesting it's time to depart. The sound of footsteps echoes as the group begins to move, their departure imminent. Lord Lee Yoonghak exclaims softly, turning his back as his subordinates prepare to follow. With a chilling smirk, Lord Lee Yoonghak turns back to Kim Taiju, offering a piece of advice to the drifter in Guri: avoid causing trouble, especially if their paths cross again under unfavorable circumstances. He menacingly warns Kim Taiju that he won't be so fortunate to return in one piece if they meet again, his threat punctuated by a chilling laugh. Kim Taiju, maintaining a calm demeanor, politely bids farewell to Lord Lee despite the thinly veiled threat, while the other porter remains silent. Breathing a sigh of relief as Lord Lee Yoonghak departs, the mustached man urgently advises Kim Taiju to always steer clear of him, emphasizing that crossing Lord Lee would spell the end of his life in Guri. Kim Taiju, with a slight smirk, internally questions the extent of Lord Lee Yoonghak's danger, acknowledging the insults he endured, yet dismissively categorizing him as merely the captain of the guard. The mustached man further elaborates on Lord Lee Yoonghak's character, suggesting he only patrols to uphold his image and reputation. He then admits he only brought Kim Taiju along out of necessity, having rushed into the situation. The mustached man warns that masters are akin to natural disasters, best avoided, before shifting focus to their precious cargo, asking Kim Taiju to confirm its safety. Kim Taiju confidently assures him that the cargo is indeed fine. Kim Taiju's hand rests on the cargo, his thoughts turning to the recent encounter. He acknowledges that despite the unpleasantness, Lord Lee Yoonghak's intervention likely saved him from genuine peril. A month has passed since the Soul Link, and Kim Taiju, lost in thought, questions his lack of progress. He ponders if he grew complacent simply because he evaded the fate of a rejecter and gained power so easily. Shame washes over Kim Taiju as he continues his internal monologue, feeling a profound sense of embarrassment and apology towards Dangunak. A surge of green mana erupts around Kim Taiju, his eyes glowing with an intense emerald light, signaling a powerful awakening within him. The narration shifts back to Guri, a free city nestled within the Samhan Empire. Its infrastructure appears well developed, yet a closer look reveals crucial deficiencies. A prime example of Guri's shortcomings is its dire lack of proper medical facilities. Decent hospitals are virtually non-existent, and the city's inherent dangers deter most qualified doctors from even considering a practice there. Furthermore, the few medical practitioners who do reside in Guri are often disreputable quacks on the run from past troubles, which leads citizens to actively avoid them. Meanwhile, a street brawl erupts as one man violently confronts another, demanding to be released and hurling insults. The bustling streets of Guri reveal a diverse populace navigating their daily lives amidst the city's unique challenges, a constant reminder of its complex nature. Amidst this unique urban landscape, a pharmacist offers a discount to a customer, a common sight in a city where independent pharmacies hold significant authority due to special regulations. Business is booming for these establishments, as citizens find it more logical to purchase proven medication from them rather than trust potentially unreliable hospitals. This bustling market is precisely why Kim Taiju has arrived, carrying 3 distinct brown bottles. His true objective: to sell an antidote specifically crafted for the dangerous mutant 3-striped mosquito. Kim Taiju reflects on the arduous month-long journey to create the antidote, working as a porter by day, gathering ingredients in his spare time, and cultivating his martial arts at night. He acknowledges that reaching the 3rd stage of the poison spirit art was crucial for the antidote's delicate creation, a development that also ensures he will no longer be easily beaten. With a successful deal, his financial worries would also vanish, solidifying his resolve to get rich as he approaches Beck's drugstore. Entering Beck's drugstore, Kim Taiju finds himself in a well-stocked establishment, ready to conduct his business. A female cashier greets him, asking if he needs coagulants or mana potions, but Kim Taiju immediately inquires about the owner's presence. Her response is a surprised, hesitant "excuse me" as she processes his unusual question. The cashier's expression clearly shows her bewilderment at Kim Tae-jae's direct approach. With a determined smirk, Kim Tae-ju clarifies his purpose, stating he is not there to buy but to sell. The cashier silently acknowledges the owner's presence as he walks further into the store. The owner, Baek Hongpyo, pauses in thought, his hand resting on his chin. Baek Hongpyo, CEO of Baek's drugstore and director of Baek's orphanage, introduces himself and invites Kim Tae-ju to speak. Kim Tae-ju wastes no time, immediately stating his intention to sell a drug he personally made as he reaches into his backpack. Baek Hongpyo lets out a weary sigh, thinking to himself that it's just another peddler, a common occurrence in his daily routine. Kim Tae-ju pulls out one of his brown bottles, announcing it as an antidote for the mutant three-striped mosquito. Baek Hongpyo begins to dismiss him, stating he's not buying, but his words are cut short. He turns, a surprised her, escaping his lips as Kim Tae-ju's words register. Baek Hongpyo's expression shifts to intense curiosity, demanding to know what kind of antidote Kim Tae-ju is talking about. Kim Tae-ju confidently reiterates, emphasizing the specific and rare nature of his creation, an antidote for the mutant three-striped mosquito. Baek Hongpyo's eyes widen, processing the extraordinary claim with silent astonishment. Kim Tae-ju continues, explaining that the antidote is taken orally and can be consumed in advance for preventative measures. He further details that the antidote's effect impressively lasts for up to 10 hours, capturing Baek Hongpyo's full attention. A sudden, intense flash of emotion, possibly anger or disbelief, contorts Baek Hongpyo's face, his eyes turning stark white. Raw intensity of his reaction is palpable, hinting at a profound impact from Kim Tae-ju's words, as if he's about to burst. The orphanage director's face contorts in raw disbelief and anger, vehemently dismissing Kim Tae-ju's claims. He scoffs at the idea of a mosquito antidote, calling it an unbelievable scam and Kim Tae-ju a cheeky brat. Unfazed by the skepticism, Baek Seo-yeon calmly places 2 more bottles of the supposed antidote on the counter, as if expecting the transaction to proceed. Kim Tae-ju, with a confident smirk, presents his business card, inviting them to test the product and contact him if they find it effective. He emphasizes a strict deadline, stating they have until midnight tonight to decide, as his hand firmly places the card on the counter. As Kim Tae-ju turns to leave, he issues a final warning: if they don't respond by the deadline, he will take his product to a different pharmacy. The pharmacy is left in a quiet, contemplative state, with the orphanage director, Baek Seo-yeon, and a heavily armored man silently processing the strange encounter. The orphanage director stares wide-eyed, utterly bewildered by Kim Tae-ju's audacity, questioning if the young man was truly out of his mind. Raid team leader Park Jin-soo, a heavily armored regular, holds one of the bottles with a confident grin, asking Baek Seo-yeon if she actually believes Kim Tae-ju's claims. Raid team leader Park Jin-soo offers the bottle to the orphanage director, a silent challenge in his gesture as they both ponder the mysterious liquid. Baek Seo-yeon's hand hovers over the bottle, her expression indicating deep uncertainty about its true nature or efficacy. The orphanage director takes the bottle from Raid team leader Park Jin-soo, suggesting that its true nature will only be revealed through testing. He expresses his low expectations, recalling how even the most prominent pharmaceutical companies had failed to create a mosquito antidote, casting doubt on Kim Tae-ju's product. Baek Seo-yeon, in a moment of panic, urgently warns Raid team leader Park Jin-soo to leave the mysterious bottle alone. Raid team leader Park Jin-soo's eyes widen in surprise, clearly taken aback by Baek Seo-yeon's sudden and intense warning. Ignoring the desperate pleas of Baek Seo-yeon and the orphanage director, Raid team leader Park Jin-soo brazenly chugs the contents of the unverified bottle, shocking everyone. After downing the bottle, Raid team leader Park Jin-soo looks utterly confused, questioning if the liquid he just consumed was nothing more than plain water. The orphanage director's face registers profound shock, repeating the words plain water in disbelief, unable to reconcile it with the initial claims. The orphanage director challenges Raid team leader Park Jin-soo, a known potion user, asking if he truly feels no medicinal effects whatsoever, to which Park Jin-soo emphatically denies feeling anything at all. Raid team leader Park Jin-soo confirms his extensive experience with potions, confidently stating that if it were an actual antidote he would feel an energy surge, but this was undeniably just water, leaving him disappointed. With a dismissive tone, Raid team leader Park Jin-soo declares the product a scam and instructs them to discard the remaining bottles, tossing one into a trash bin. The orphanage director looks down at the box of bottles, a thoughtful expression on his face, wondering if Kim Tae-ju was truly just an ordinary scammer. Baek Seo-yeon, standing behind the counter, requests the bill for the items in a shopping basket, signaling the continuation of their day. Baek Seo-yeon asks raid team leader Park Jin-soo if he's heading out to hunt, to which he confirms he's going frog hunting and is running late due to testing the scammer's drug. Baek Seo-yeon announces the total bill, 3.25 million won, a significant sum for their purchases. Raid team leader Park Jin-soo expresses surprise at the increased price, remarking on its expense before declaring he will pay in full despite his earlier dismissal of their antidote. The sound of a bell signals a hunter's departure as they announce to Boss Baek they are heading out. Baek Seo-yeon wishes them a safe trip. The orphanage director, holding a package, offers a warm farewell, urging caution on the upcoming hunt. The serene sunset landscape is violently disrupted by sudden, powerful impacts tearing through the dense foliage. A monstrous, fanged wolf-like creature lunges forward, its jaws agape in a ferocious snarl, ready to strike. A system notification blazes across the screen, shield reinforcement, as a powerful blue energy barrier erupts, deflecting an unseen assault and shattering the ground. Crimson tendrils lash out with deadly speed, narrowly missing an armored figure wreathed in a protective blue aura. A fierce female warrior, katana in hand, urgently reports that the rear is secure, pressing her leader for an immediate retreat. The female warrior gasps in pain, revealing she's been poisoned by mosquito venom and feels her body succumbing to paralysis. The armored male leader, his face etched with grim resolve, acknowledges the situation, promising the ordeal will end once their current foe is eliminated. With gritted teeth and sweat beading on his brow, the warrior pushes through immense strain, his blue energy blade glowing intensely. His eyes snap open in a sudden, sharp realization, a single word of surprise escaping his lips. The warrior recoils in disbelief, his gaze fixed on the small, menacing creatures swarming him, questioning if they are mutant mosquitoes. Sharp sting on his neck confirms his fears. Another bite would cause the accumulating mosquito venom to scatter his mana and completely paralyze him. His shield flickers and weakens, prompting a desperate question of whether he's been poisoned, as he frantically wonders how their meticulous preparations for a mosquito-infested area could have failed so spectacularly. He recalls the sudden appearance of a blade-toothed marten, an unexpected threat in what was supposed to be a mutant frog hunting ground. The memory flashes back to their bugproof suits, instantly shredded and rendered useless by an unforeseen attack. Amidst the chaos of the forest, bitten and overwhelmed by mosquitoes, the team attempted a desperate retreat. Their escape was brutally cut off by the relentless martens, leaving them no choice but to fight for their very survival. Desperate cry echoes through the battlefield, warning the leader of an imminent danger. The female warrior's face contorts in a scream of alarm, her eyes wide with terror as she witnesses a looming threat. A dynamic promotional artwork showcases several heroic figures, suggesting a larger narrative at play. Urgent warning rings out once more, a desperate plea for the team leader to watch out for the incoming danger. The team leader's eyes widen in stark terror, a sudden gasp escaping him as the imminent threat closes in. The small, white creature is violently thrown back, its cry of alarm echoing as a crimson energy blade slashes past it. The formidable blue shield shatters into countless shards, unable to withstand the overwhelming force of the attack. The small creature is sent hurtling backward through the air amidst the exploding fragments of the shattered defense as the team leader watches from below. Kneeling amidst the debris, the team leader reflects, finding it strange that only his shield reinforcement was destroyed, yet his core strength and mana remain intact. A bead of sweat trickles down his temple as a chilling thought begins to form in his mind. Could it be? A monochrome flashback reveals Baek Seo-yeon attempting to intervene as the team leader hastily consumes an antidote, leading him to wonder if it was truly legitimate. His eyes harden with resolve, a silent command echoing in his mind to regain his composure and focus. With a powerful grip, the team leader seizes the hilt of his sword, readying for a counterattack. He launches himself skyward, his sword clashing violently against the small creature, sending a shower of sparks across the battlefield. A determined glint enters his eyes, a flicker of hope igniting as he realizes he might actually have a fighting chance against the formidable foe. The scene shifts to the exterior of X Pharmacy, its sign glowing faintly under the twilight sky. Soft chime echoes as the small bell above the door signals an arrival. The orphanage director, looking up in surprise, declares the pharmacy closed for the day. He then questions if the imposing armored figure in the doorway is Park, as the team leader urgently calls out, "Mr. Baek." The team leader, his face etched with desperation, demands to know the price. The scene shifts to the bustling Guri market, a vibrant hub of activity under the clear sky, marked by a floating hot air balloon. Narrow streets of Guri market teem with life, pedestrians and vendors filling every corner, creating a lively atmosphere. A vendor's booming voice advertises blade sable meat, boasting its benefits for men at a price of 5 million won per pack. Another stall offers custom orders for crustacean magic beast armor, with prices beginning at 50 million won. Kim Tae-ju marvels at the sheer scale of the Guri market, admitting he's never witnessed such a massive and dazzling place, having only lived in Poyu and Mount Sirak. With a contented smile, Kim Tae-ju affirms that taking the day off was undoubtedly the right decision. To craft the potent mosquito venom antidote, mastering the third star of the poison spirit arts is crucial, demanding delicate internal energy manipulation to extract medicinal components from various herbs and poisonous plants. The scene transitions to the tranquil exterior of Café Eden, with delicate petals gently falling around the building. The orphanage director eagerly pushes for the contract to be signed, declaring his intent to purchase every single bottle of the antidote. Kim Tae-ju, with a knowing look, inquires if the antidote's effects were satisfactory, a hint of satisfaction in his expression. The orphanage director's face lights up with a wide, excited grin, clearly confirming the antidote's success. The orphanage director exclaims in surprise, but Kim Tae-ju calmly dismisses it, then directly asks about the volume and available stock of the antidote. The orphanage director states he has approximately 60,000 bottles in stock, prompting Kim Tae-ju to immediately inquire about the plan should those bottles sell out. Kim Tae-ju's lips curl into a confident smirk, a clear sign he's already formulating his next move. The orphanage director presents the contract, explaining he's set the cost at 10,000 won per bottle, allowing for a 50,000 won resale price. He adds that he will personally handle all drug approval and patent procedures. Kim Tae-ju mentally calculates, noting the actual production cost is less than 100 won per bottle, making the 30 billion won for an initial 60,000 bottles an incredibly favorable deal. Kim Tae-ju, signing the agreement, states he will supply the bottles exclusively for 1 year at a significantly reduced price of 35,000 won each. The orphanage director reacts with genuine surprise, questioning why Kim Tae-ju would offer such a generous discount. Kim Tae-ju simply states his reason for the generous offer: "You run an orphanage," as the orphanage director beams, giving a grateful thumbs up. Orphanage stands, its gates open, as children joyfully wave. Whispers throughout the community speak of Baek Hongpyo, the orphanage director, as a benevolent father figure to every orphan in Guri. Holding the now signed contract, Kim Tae-ju's expression is resolute, his internal monologue confirming his simple motivation: "I just wanted to help out." The orphanage director's eyes sparkle with admiration, declaring Kim Tae-ju a saint. He confirms he has the perfect location to sell the antidote. With a firm handshake, the orphanage director expresses his anticipation for their collaboration, to which Kim Tae-ju readily reciprocates. Having successfully secured the antidote contract and received a substantial down payment, Kim Tae-ju's new venture was officially underway. Taking a well-deserved day off, Kim Tae-ju navigates the bustling Guri market, intent on acquiring new equipment to bolster his capabilities. The Guri market teems with activity, a vibrant tapestry of merchants and shoppers amidst stalls laden with various armaments, the air filled with the sounds of commerce. A brawny shopkeeper flexes, calling out to Kim Tae-ju, inquiring if he's in need of a weapon from his impressive selection. Kim Tae-ju's eyes widen slightly in surprise, questioning if the shopkeeper's call was directed at him. The muscular shopkeeper's chest heaves, radiating an aura of raw power and confidence in his wares. The shopkeeper gestures confidently, proclaiming his establishment to be the finest in the entire market. Bald, muscular shopkeeper grins, striking a pose that highlights his physique, surrounded by shimmering particles, clearly trying to make an impression. Kim Tae-ju, visibly flustered, politely but firmly declines the shopkeeper's offer, insisting he doesn't need anything. Suddenly, a strong hand grips Kim Tae-ju's arm, preventing him from leaving. The shopkeeper leans in, a wide, almost predatory grin on his face, chiding Kim Tae-ju for not even bothering to glance at his merchandise. With surprising force, the shopkeeper pulls Kim Tae-ju deeper into his store, playfully exclaiming about his home full of dreams and romance. Kim Tae-ju is internally shocked, realizing this man, despite his lack of tattoos, possesses incredible strength, easily overpowering his own channeled third-star offensive power. Inside the shop, 2 polished shields, one emblazoned with a cross, gleam brightly on display, hinting at the quality of the craftsmanship. Further along the display, an array of gleaming war hammers rests, their heavy heads promising devastating impact in battle. 3 finely crafted short swords are presented, and the shopkeeper proudly asks Kim Tae-ju for his assessment, confident in their quality. With an arm draped over Kim Tae-ju's shoulder, the shopkeeper watches as Kim Tae-ju, genuinely impressed by the craftsmanship, asks if he forged all these weapons himself. Kim Tae-ju's eyes narrow, one of them flaring with a distinct green glow, indicating he is activating his mana perception, perhaps sensing the true nature of the items or the shopkeeper. Having perceived the true nature of the items or the shopkeeper, Kim Tae-ju presents a design and confidently states his request. He needs 100 of these. The shopkeeper examines the blueprint, questioning the unusual design of the willow leaf daggers, noting they appear too small for conventional throwing knives. A closer look reveals the intricate details and precise measurements etched onto the design, hinting at a specialized purpose for these unique weapons. The scene shifts dramatically, showcasing an aerial view of the sprawling free city of Guri, a vibrant metropolis within the Samhan Empire, under a bright sky. Bustling streets filled with pedestrians and a distinctive red double-decker tram highlight the city's dynamic energy and modern infrastructure. A majestic, castle-like structure dominates the skyline, prompting an observer to acknowledge its grandeur as the castle, a prominent landmark in Guri. Two women discuss the exclusive nature of the castle, with one remarking on the restricted access, mentioning that only the city's elite, high-ranking awakeners, and members of the Seven Stars are permitted residence. One of the women, with long light hair, crosses her arms, expressing her disgust at those in power who hide behind the guise of safety to maintain their exclusive status. Her companion, a woman with glasses, playfully calls her scary, before inquiring if their visit is specifically for a fox fur coat. The woman with glasses clarifies it's for rare Siberian phantom fox fur. The woman with long light hair explains the extreme rarity of the fur, detailing how few of these phantom foxes exist and how challenging they are to hunt, making their fur incredibly valuable for its defensive and temperature-regulating properties. Woman with glasses beams with excitement, realizing why such a rare material would be worth traveling for, even calling it worth taking a vacation for. She proudly reveals that the chairman provided her with a black card, instructing her to spend freely, while the woman with long light hair dismisses the gesture, asserting her own financial independence. The red tram continues its journey through the bustling city, its movement emphasized by dynamic speed lines and sound effects, indicating a rapid transition. A high-heeled shoe gracefully steps onto a platform, signaling an arrival or disembarkation, likely one of the women from the previous scenes. The two women walk confidently through the city, the woman with glasses responding dutifully to her companion, acknowledging her instructions with a respectful, "Yes, miss." Kim Tae-ju observes a stylish coat, pondering if it's crafted from demonic beast leather and considering its potential as a substitute for a traditional jangpo, a type of Korean overcoat. As a shop assistant demonstrates styling the coat, Kim Tae-ju enters the Flame Boutique and greets everyone with a simple hello. The two women and the red-haired woman are already present. Woman with glasses quickly interjects, asking her companion to wait a moment, while internally wondering if this uninvited guest is also after the coveted coat. The red-haired woman, the manager of Flame Boutique, steps forward with a warm smile, extending a welcoming greeting to Kim Tae-ju as he enters. Her smile turns to surprise as she recognizes Kim Tae-ju, asking if he is the porter she knew from a past encounter, leaving him momentarily confused. She presses on, reminding him of an incident a month prior where they were part of the same party, attacked by orcs, flashing back to a vivid image of her screaming in distress. Kim Tae-ju finally recalls the memory, acknowledging her perfect recollection, then inquires about her current presence in the boutique, addressing her as Mage. The red-haired woman explains that managing the boutique is her main profession, with subjugation raids merely a side gig. She then reveals her true relief at finding him, stating she had been searching for him. His internal monologue continues, revealing his true intention was to live quietly in Guri, avoiding any unwanted attention. The scene distorts, reflecting the chaotic memory. He acknowledges that the truth might have surfaced once the mage recovered, but he was fully prepared to relocate his base if such an event occurred. He concludes that it's best to leave before the red-haired woman can press him for more details. Just as Kim Tae-ju turns to leave, the red-haired woman swiftly grabs his arm, demanding he wait a moment. The red-haired woman's voice trembles slightly as she asks Kim Tae-ju if he was the one who saved her back then. Her gaze is fixed on Kim Tae-ju, a mixture of hope and uncertainty etched across her face as she awaits his answer. Red-haired woman recounts how the Nogadan Guild had asked if she was the one who single-handedly defeated the orcs before collapsing from mana exhaustion. Believing Kim Tae-ju might have had a reason for her to claim it, she simply agreed. Kim Tae-ju, attempting to pull his arm away, insists that she has misunderstood, questioning how a mere porter like him could have killed the orcs when he himself had passed out. Her gratitude pours out as she thanks Kim Tae-ju, confessing she doesn't know his reasons for helping her back then, but his actions allowed her to recover the bodies of both her team leader and her lover. Kim Taiju hesitates, looking back at the distressed red-haired woman, his mind racing as he wonders how he is supposed to handle this unexpected outpouring of gratitude. Kim Taiju, flustered, internally admits his dual motives, to save a life and to test his techniques. He then attempts to calm the red-haired woman, urging her to compose herself. With tears welling in her eyes, the red-haired woman internally questions if someone like her truly deserves his gratitude. She then apologizes, expressing regret for putting her savior in such an awkward position. The orange-haired woman, looking visibly irritated, exclaims, "Lady waiting," her voice laced with impatience. Kim Taiju watches in surprise as the red-haired woman turns to face the new arrivals, offering a hurried apology, while the orange-haired woman mutters in frustration that the situation is becoming seriously too much. As the red-haired woman kneels, the orange-haired woman calls out, "Miss Jong Yun-hee." Red-haired woman bows deeply in apology, while the orange-haired woman sternly declares that she cannot sell the red-haired woman the selected coat. Kim Taiju observes the scene from a distance. Kim Taejae's eyes widen in surprise, uttering the coat, as he processes the unexpected turn of events. Kim Taejae's mouth hangs slightly open, reflecting his utter disbelief at the situation unfolding before him. The orange-haired woman's face flushes with rage, her eyes glowing intensely as she begins to speak, her voice dripping with fury. "Do you know?" The red-haired woman, with a pained expression, explains that she understands, but the coat the other woman was about to purchase is currently her most valuable item. She reveals that while it was available until recently, something urgent has come up and it is now needed elsewhere. A calm woman with long light brown hair acknowledges the situation, offering to personally compensate the other woman for the inconvenience and reiterating her sincere apologies. The orange-haired woman's eyes widen in disbelief, her voice rising as she questions, "You're really saying you won't sell it?" The calm woman firmly places a hand over the orange-haired woman's mouth, silencing her with a stern, "That's enough." The orange-haired woman watches in stunned confusion as the calm woman turns and walks away, stammering out, "Miss?" Calm woman, without looking back, reassures the frustrated orange-haired woman, "It's fine. They said it's needed elsewhere now." The orange-haired woman jumps in exasperation. Kim Taiju thoughtfully touches his chin, a confused hum escaping his lips as he wonders if the departing women weren't important customers. "It's okay. If anything, I'm the one who should apologize for springing this on you. You were caught off guard, right? Still, why suddenly refuse to sell the coat?" "Hey, people tell you you're not very perceptive, don't they, Mr. Taiju?" "No, that's the first I've heard of it. That can't be right. He still hasn't caught on, even in this situation." "That coat, I'm planning to give it to you, Mr. Taiju." What do you mean?" "I want to repay you for saving my life with this silver fox fur coat. Honestly, I didn't save you out of any noble intention, it just happened." "Why does your intention matter? What matters is that I survived and that I owe you my life. If it really weighs on your mind, then next time, save even more people, so they won't lose their lives meaninglessly, like my lover did. This is the first time in my life I've ever received gratitude like this from someone. I've always been met with criticism and scorn, and I'd grown used to it. Honestly, I'd be lying if I said this didn't feel burdensome. Still, it doesn't feel bad. All right. If you insist that much, I'll gratefully accept it." "What a relief. Let's go take your measurements, quickly." The sign reads Flame Boutique. Ha! The scene shifts to a vast sky filled with floating islands depicting the immortal realm. A figure is seen falling through the sky. "I'm bored. This is the immortal realm. What kind of place is this? There's nothing to do." Ooh. Everyone's clothes, same white hair, white beards, all just a bunch of old men. "The accent colors are different," says the old man himself. "I don't even have hair, you know? Ah, that guy's a bit different." The camera focuses on a figure in white robes, sitting in a relaxed posture. That Tang Clan guy must have come from the martial world too, but he's the one who stands out. Out of nowhere, he started styling himself like he's from another world, changed his hair, trimmed his beard, and even started making and wearing clothes I've never seen before. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. The scene shows Guruye City, Beck's orphanage. The camera pans down a staircase inside the orphanage. A blinding light emanates from an outstretched hand, casting a rippling reflection on the surface below. Kim Taiju looks on with a smirk, a hint of satisfaction in his eyes. "Nice. It came out well." A finger delicately probes the inside of an ear, a subtle, almost imperceptible action. A stern voice cuts through the air. "Yes, Mr. Taiju. This is Beck Hongpyo." Turning away, a man in a sharp suit announces, "Hello, CEO. The undiluted solution manufacturing is complete." Brigadier General Kim, his brow furrowed, speaks into his phone. "Ah, that is a relief. We are almost out of stock, so when can you send it over?" A hand rests on a shoulder as a voice questions, "Pardon? We sent it yesterday, and you are already out." Chaos erupts as a crowd surges forward. Word of the medicine's effectiveness has spread, and people are swarming in. "It is chaos." A shout rings out, "Hey, why are you cutting in line?" Voice from the crowd explains, especially since hoarding is so severe, the stock depleted quickly. Amidst the pandemonium, a voice barks orders, "Hurry up and pack more. Grab everything." A shocked exclamation follows, "Hoarding." A figure with a cold expression instructs, "Announce that there will be a steady supply, and let's put a purchase limit of 2 bottles per person." Reply comes, "Yes, I will do that. However, if it is this explosively popular." The thought continues, a copycat drug might come out faster than expected. Will that be alright? A hand firmly grips the cap of a bottle labeled Beck Deox Shop Mutant 3-Striped Mosquito Antidote. "Yes, it is fine." Hands arrange multiple bottles, some being picked up. The statement is made, and even if a copycat drug comes out, we can just make and sell a different medicine. A decisive assertion is declared, "I say this, but unless they manufacture it using the poison spirit art, copying it is impossible." A figure looks towards a box of bottles, a thought forming, "Wait, just a moment, CEO. When will it be possible to bring in the packaging machines?" A man stands amidst a vast, industrial space, looking weary. "These days, packaging takes longer than manufacturing. Even today, I packed 20,000 bottles. You know I have not been able to return to my lodging for a week and have been stuck here, right?" Bottles are scattered across a sterile floor. A weary voice concedes, "Haha, yes, I will definitely hurry it up." A title card appears with dramatic brushstrokes. The pharmaceutical company chairman is the absolute poison master. 2 children stand before a massive vault door. One whispers, "Oppa, we shouldn't come here. They say a ghost haunts this place." The other retorts, "Be quiet. Where is there a ghost? I am telling you, that beggar lives here. I am definitely going to chase him out." The girl trembles, asking, But what if it is not a beggar but a ghost?" The boy, fists clenched, insists, "It's not. It's just a beggar who stole our secret base." A metallic grinding sound echoes as the vault door begins to open. A voice exclaims in surprise, It's opening." Dark, imposing figure emerges from the shadows, silhouetted against a faint light. The figure stands atop a stack of filing cabinets, radiating an intense, almost menacing aura. The children recoil in fear. A chilling grin spreads across the figure's face as he speaks, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. "Hello." Children scream in terror, their eyes wide with shock. "Eek, Kaya." The girl cries out, "It's a smelly ghost." As they flee, the boy calls back, "Oppa, let's go together." The imposing figure stands calmly, hands on his hips, looking somewhat affronted. "That's harsh. I barely managed to finish packing and came out, calling a perfectly fine person a smelly ghost. I haven't been able to wash for a week, but do I really smell that bad? Mr. Kim, save me. One guy ran away. Please cover for him. I beg you. You are Kim Taeju, right?" Kim Taeju's shoes are on the floor, indicating he's still in the vicinity. "I heard from my father that you are working on the antidote business together. A monster. Smells like a ghost." "Yes, I am Kim Taeju. And you are?" "Nice to meet you. I am Baek Seoyun, from Baek's orphanage. The younger kids kept talking about a ghost in the basement, so I came down to check." "A ghost? I see. And I also came to deliver this to you. I needed this just in time. Thank you, Miss Seoyun. Then I look forward to your continued good relationship with my father. Please make sure to wash up in the shower room on the 1st floor before you leave. Let's go, kids." "Yes, goodbye." Should I check this out first before washing up? To think I'd see a willow leaf flying dagger in this era. I'm looking forward to it. A sharp sound effect. A note. "Honey, it's the prototype. Try using it and let me know what needs improvement. Phew." Fortunately, the item looks plausible, doesn't it? It's definitely sharp and solid. The weight and grip feel just right, too. Makes me look forward to the completed coat. I will give it to you for free. I will contact you when it is finished, so see you then. As expected, that won't do. I've earned some money, so I should pay and receive it properly. Time is running tight. I need to hurry. I should take a shower before that. A serene sky with fluffy white clouds. The image shows a lush green forest with mountains in the background, labeled MT Yuri Demonic Beast Border Zone. Group of people are gathered in a clearing within a dense forest, appearing to be on a mission. "CEO. Mr. Kim, welcome. I apologize. I am the last one here. Did you wait long? Not at all. You came right on time. We just arrived too. Thank you for coming even though I asked so urgently. Don't mention it. You've helped me a lot, so a favor like this is nothing. Hey, you there. For a lowly porter to be the last one here, you should come over and apologize first. They're bonding with each other. Is this a social gathering? You are crossing the line. I am not even late for the appointment time, so why should I apologize? Look at this bastard talking back. A porter without a single tattoo must be a mere adapter, so what are you trusting to act like this? Will you say you're sorry if I slice you up somewhere? Ha! What is with this bastard? Is he doing this on purpose? Making me want to kill him? There was a reason I ended up coming as a substitute. No wonder everyone runs away. Please, even if they pick a fight on purpose, just endure it, I beg you. Why? Are you scared seeing a knife? Try talking back like earlier. Right. I'm used to this kind of thing. Let's endure it just this once. I am sorry. One Jun, that's enough. Let's head out. It's a waste of time. TSK, consider yourself lucky I was about to cut it clean off. Are you alright? I am really sorry. Yes, well, haha. I don't like these porters lately. Everyone is gathered, so let's depart. Hurry up, Oppa. What? We're going on a raid with only 7 people. For the scale of the raid CEO mentioned, we'd need at least 15 people. I know the trend lately is to reduce the number of raid members because of the mosquito antidote, but this is too few. What? What does a porter know to talk back? Do you have a death wish? I am asking for the safety of the porters you look down on so much. If it is not a safe raid, I will not go. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. Zhuge Clan. GHK. What the hell are you doing, Dangunak? Have you gone mad? Daring to touch us? Ha! How shameless of you, Zhuge Qion. Or should I call you the lightning demon? It's all come to light how your clan have been colluding with the demonic cult. That's slander. We're one of the 5 great clans. How could we possibly? You demonic cult lackeys always cry innocence, don't you? That's enough. Shouldn't you say hello to your son? He was slaughtering innocent people and using their blood to create demonic blood pills, so I courteously escorted him here. What do you say now? Still think it's slander? The lightning demon, Zhuge Qion? Kind of scum who use the weak as shields. I despise them the most. Please, spare my life. I'll tell you everything I know about the heavenly demon. Enough. Countless warriors of the orthodox factions have died pointless deaths because of you. So. His eyes burn with a cold, vengeful light as his power surges. A devastating wave of energy erupts, tearing through the battlefield. Kim Taiju braces himself, his fist clenched as purple energy crackles around him. Swords, imbued with dark energy, pierce the fiery, star-filled sky. The title of the series appears: The CEO of the pharmacy is an absolute demon. Hey, a pack of martins is nothing. We didn't even need any special gear. Whoa, look at all these energy crystals. Hey, you were asking earlier if this was our whole crew. Satisfied with the answer now? That worthless bastard is just a coward. No wonder he's nothing more than a porter. Of course, our mistake. Right, Mr. Gill, and they only managed to hunt these thanks to my antidote. Should I just kill them now? They're all going to die soon anyway. No, I should hold back. Scum like them aren't worthy of being the first sacrifices for my Yo Wu Baidu. Thanks to an antidote, just 2 beginners and 3 adepts were able to take down a pack of martins. What are you looking at, you fucker? You spying on me? But can they handle that? A sudden rustling in the undergrowth signals an approaching threat. Sir, it's about to start. Just as I said when we left, please stick close to me. That again. What in the world is about to start? Oh, it's nothing much. Just a notoriously difficult beast from Mount Yuri. A magic beast ambush. A monstrous wolf with glowing red eyes emerges from the shadows, radiating a terrifying aura. That's a red. A red-furred wolf. What? Don't worry, nothing will happen to us. Excuse me for a moment, Kakim. What nonsense are you spouting? We need to run. The red-furred wolf, a magic beast that requires at least a regular rank to face. Its strength is a problem, but the bigger issue is Thank Chiol. Damn it, there was another one. Oh, Oppa. A sword strike infused with blue energy flashes through the air. Monstrous wolf with burning red eyes lunges forward with savage intent. His eyes widen in disbelief. He dodged it. Damn it. Dong-suk, what do we do? The orders. From a distance, another figure yells, "Hey, you bastard, where do you think you're going?" Meanwhile, a third person groans on the ground. Woman with red hair exclaims, "Oppa, we're screwed. Totally screwed. There are two of them." The man beside her, determined, retorts, "Shut up. We'll do what we always do." He continues, "Just like last time, we'll use the porters as bait and make a run for it." Kim Taiju stands with his back to the viewer, silently observing the unfolding chaos. A terrifying wolf looms, its red eyes fixed on two figures in the distance. One of them speaks, "The situation is looking bad, and you're the only one I'm counting on." With a determined glint in his eyes, Kim Taiju reaches for something concealed. Kim Taiju moves with blinding speed, unleashing an attack infused with green energy. A torrent of green energy clashes with a blinding golden explosion, creating a powerful impact. The clash of energies intensifies as the green beam strikes with devastating force. A colossal beam of green energy pierces the ground, shattering the earth beneath it. With a deafening crack, debris rains down from the sky amidst scattering birds. A man's face contorts in shock and fear as he stammers, what is this?" A voiceover reveals the grim reality. One of them abandons the team he's supposed to protect, and the other plans to feed the weakest member, the porter, to the beast. Amidst the chaos, cries of pain erupt. Kim Tae-jae's silhouette is consumed by an intense green aura, his eyes glowing with a menacing red light. He declares, "I really hate scum like you the most." A guttural scream echoes through the forest as the ground trembles. A man cries out in agony, clutching his ear as black, viscous liquid splatters across his face. A close-up reveals a man's wide, panicked eyes, a silent question hanging in the air. Colossal wolf lies defeated, a pool of dark blood forming around it. A shocked voice questions, "The W-wolf is dead, but when?" The monstrous wolf, seemingly revived or still standing, glares at the two men. One of them asks in awe, "Mr. Kim, how did you kill that wolf in one strike?" A close-up on a monstrous red eye, filled with primal rage. Kim Tae-jae's foot, emanating a faint green aura, stomps down with forceful intent. Kim Tae-ju, his eyes glowing green, stands firm against the monstrous wolf. He commands, "Shut up, move even a single step, and you die." His gaze sharpens, the green energy around him intensifying as he asks, "Hey, let me ask you one thing. Have you?" In the background, a group of ogres charge forward while a man falls, defeated. In the foreground, two men exchange grim words. One asks, "When things get dangerous, do you just throw the weak to the wolves and run away?" A woman, her face covered in blood and gore, screams in defiance, "So what if we do? It's only natural for weaklings to die for the sake of the awakened." A violent impact is heard as the scene shifts to a close-up of a person's chest. A chilling realization dawns on Kim Tae-jae's face as he mutters, "So that's how it is. Then I guess you'll have to experience the same thing." A monstrous, red-furred beast lunges forward, its eyes burning with malice. Nearby, a man is thrown through the air, while another shields a woman, both caught in the chaos. Fight. What? Kim Tae-ju sits calmly atop a rocky outcrop, a green aura shimmering around him. He states, "I already took care of one. You deal with the one that's left." The man with orange hair, blooded and struggling, glares up. "Do you really think you can get away with messing with an awakened?" Woman pleads, "Please, kill it for us. We'll pay you whatever you want. You're clearly strong enough." But the orange-haired man retorts, "Shut up, you bitch." A blinding green energy blast erupts, striking the orange-haired man. The blast hits its mark, sending a shockwave through the area as the orange-haired man cries out, "Juah!" Kim Tae-ju, his eyes glowing green, states with cold certainty, "Since you can't understand human words, I guess you don't need your ears." He continues, his gaze unwavering, "I'll say it again. I'm the porter, and you're the combatants, right?" The orange-haired man, now looking defeated, is questioned, "Where'd all that confidence from when you were hunting martins go?" "So, you guys fight." Kim Tae-jae's intense gaze sweeps over the scene. Lo, a group of figures stands on a path, one of them seemingly in distress as a shadowy, red-infused entity begins to form. The orange-haired man, recovering, sneers, "You really think we're just gonna do whatever you say?" Kim Tae-ju muses, "Seems like you lot have other ideas." The monstrous wolf-like creature roars, radiating an ominous red aura. The orange-haired man, drawing his sword, shouts, "Damn it, scatter." Suddenly, a massive, clawed hand slams into the orange-haired man's face. The monstrous wolf unleashes its fury, its red aura intensifying as it attacks. The orange-haired man is overwhelmed, his body contorting from the brutal impact. Through gritted teeth, the orange-haired man roars, "Ugh, my ears. I'll kill you, you damn porter." He is caught in a vice-like grip, his face contorted in pain and disbelief. "Heh!" The red wolf lunges, its massive jaws snapping. A woman screams, "KY, what are you standing around for? Run!" The terrifying visage of the red wolf fills the frame, its roar echoing as it closes in. A close-up on the woman's face reveals sheer terror. Wolf's massive snout and bare teeth dominate the panel, signaling an imminent attack. The monstrous wolf, wreathed in a dark red aura, charges forward with terrifying speed. The monstrous wolf, wreathed in a dark red aura, charges forward with terrifying speed. Its eyes burn with a malevolent red glow, and its fangs drip with anticipation. A man, Brigadier General Kim, shouts, "Mr. Kim, the monster's heading this way." Kim Taiju, perched on a rock, scoffs, "TSK, if you just left, I would have let you live." He continues, his eyes flashing with a fierce green light, "Even after I clearly showed you the gap between us earlier." A distant impact shakes the rocky terrain. Brigadier General Kim states, "Can't be helped." Kim Taiju unleashes a torrent of green energy, his expression grim as he declares, "Then die." The green energy clashes violently with the monstrous wolf, engulfing it in a blinding light. The skill name flashes across the screen, Blood Venom Twin Palm. Massive vortex of green energy erupts, tearing apart the surroundings. A powerful beam of green light pierces the sky, signifying the devastating power of the attack. Brigadier General Kim, bewildered, asks, "I didn't see any crest on him, so I figured at best he was just a candidate. But he's that strong. Then why is he working as a porter?" The scene shifts to fallen orc-like figures. A voice ponders, "Wait, that orc from before, was it actually Mr. Kim, not the mage? They said it was the mage. Did he lie to hide his strength?" Kim Taiju walks towards Brigadier General Kim, stating, "It's refreshing to stretch a bit after spending all that time just making medicine." Another figure, seemingly terrified, pleads, Please spare me." Kim Taiju, looking confused, asks, "Her?" He smiles nonchalantly, asking, "Seriously, why would I kill you?" Brigadier General Kim, still on the ground, asks incredulously, "Really?" Kim Taiju extends a hand, asking, "Please, get up. Are you hurt anywhere?" Brigadier General Kim replies, "No, not at all. Even if I was, I'm not." Kim Taiju nods, then asks, "That's a relief. Then, could I ask you for a favor?" Brigadier General Kim eagerly responds, "Just say the word." Kim Taiju's expression turns cold and menacing. "About what you saw today." Brigadier General Kim, visibly nervous, stammers, What happened today? I didn't see a thing." Kim Taiju smiles faintly, "Thank you. Shall we head down now?" The aftermath of the battle, several bodies lie scattered on the ground, victims of the earlier conflict. Kim Taiju observes the scene, remarking, "If we leave the bodies, the monsters will take care of them. It's especially cold today. I didn't kill them directly, but I let them die. Still, I feel no guilt." He continues, his gaze distant, whether as Dang Glinak, the poison demon, or as Kim Taiju, anyone who uses the weak as shields just to save their own skin, scum like that deserves to die. Just like those Zhuge clan bastards. The title card appears, the chairman of YJ Pharmacy is an absolute special grade. Title card appears, the chairman of YJ Pharmacy is an absolute special grade. A fist slams down, shattering a desk and revealing a newspaper headline, Guri Free Daily. The newspaper details the dire situation. Does this make any sense? Our sales have been cut in half. The text further reveals that damn Kim Taiju and Vax Drug Shop and young antidote developer becomes Guri's richest man. It explains, ever since the antidote went on sale, everyone's going to Vax Drug Shop, and while they're there, they buy other medicine too. Meanwhile, in an office, three men are gathered. One man, visibly frustrated, slams his hand on the table, exclaiming, "Meanwhile, we're just sitting here swatting flies. Damn it, we should have crushed that tiny shop ages ago." Another man calmly responds, "Other pharmacies' sales halved. Can things go on like this?" A man with a beard and a stern expression, identified as the owner of New Horizon Drug Shop, O Nambok, addresses the room. He states, "You think the rest of US don't know that?" He continues, "Out of T200 or so pharmacies in Guri, we control 70% and Qianwang Bio holds the rest. The only one no one could get their hands on is VAX Drug Shop. You know why, don't you?" A portly man, identified as the owner of Guri Nuri Drug Shop, Lee Gilho, retorts, "Because of that damn autonomous committee. They're protecting Baek Hongpyo since he's feeding a bunch of orphan brats, acting all high and mighty over public support." The man with the beard, Onambok, calmly replies, "You seem to know the reason, so why are you just getting angry? Offer a solution." The portly Lee Gilho, still fuming, interjects, "We're all busy as hell, and his this clueless Tilda Onambok, sitting behind a desk, asks, Silas, you bastard." Man with slicked-back grey hair, smiling broadly, claps his hands together. He says, "All right, calm down, both of you. You two argue every time you meet." A nameplate on a desk reads, "CEO of YJ Pharmacy, Jo Hoonsok." The smiling man, Jo Hoonsok, suggests, "Let's stop testing the waters and share how far we've gotten." He then adds, "We're practically in the same boat, aren't we? YJ has failed." Lee Gilho remarks, "Same for New Horizon." Jo Hoonsok, leaning back, states, Guri Nuri also failed to produce a copy drug." Onambok adds his observation, "As expected. I heard Qianwang Bio failed as well." Onambok, with a determined glare, says, "We'll make it eventually. It's only a matter of time." Lee Gilho slams his fist on the table again, shouting, "WHO doesn't know that. The problem is right now, we'll go under waiting like this." Jo Hoonsok, with a sly smile, responds, "Well, can't be helped. That autonomous committee is a nuisance, but let's do things the way we always have." Lee Gilho smiles broadly and says, "As expected of CEO Jo. That's what I was waiting to hear." Lee Gilho grins and asks, "You've already finished the investigation, right?" A hand presses a red button on a console. The speaker says, "Hey, take a look." Screen displays information, antidote developer Kim Taiju 29. Below, it states, eldest son of Brigadier General Kim Wongbang of Poyu Territory. Discharged as an officer. Kim Taiju stands sternly in a military uniform. The scene shifts to a city skyline at sunset with text indicating Samhan Empire, Jirisan Monster Defense Corps under the Imperial Army. A sign reads, Corps Commander's Office. A man in a military uniform salutes. The person in the foreground, facing away, asks, "So, did you look into it?" Grayscale image depicts a procession of people in formal attire, led by a man in a military uniform with sunglasses. Text overlays state, according to sources in Poyu, while his father is a master, he himself is a mana reject. Another box reads, "It was revealed he only enlisted after being kicked out of his home." More text appears. His biological mother is deceased. The general's new wife is Mitsui Honda, of Japanese descent. Below that, he has TWO half-siblings, and they reportedly want Kim Taiju dead. Lee Gilho laughs heartily and says, I see. A classic story. He must have cut ties with his family, right?" A faint ha-ha-ha is seen near the reflection of Kim Taiju. Jo Hoonsok states, "Yes, so I'm thinking we meet him first. No matter how much Baek Hongpyo promised him, if we offer more, we can take the distribution rights." His intense gaze is fixed on the viewer. Jo Hoonsok continues, "And if he refuses?" Jo Hoonsok smiles and says, "Just go about the work exactly as you always do." A thought bubble adds, "Might as well spill some blood while I'm at it, it's been a while, after all." The scene shifts to a city skyline at sunset with text indicating Samhan Empire, Jirisan Monster Defense Corps under the Imperial Army. Sign reads, Corps Commander's Office. A man in a military uniform salutes. The person in the foreground, facing away, asks, "So, did you look into it?" Information has been obtained from the Guri Autonomous Committee. Kim Taiju, male, 29, from Poyu, a mana reject who was discharged as an officer from the Searaxan unit. So his Brigadier General Kim's son. I've heard the rumors that the eldest is a mana reject. When the military previously requested supplies, we were turned down due to lack of stock. We had to give up since imperial orders made interference in Guri difficult. Fortunately, he's the general's son and a former soldier. This might work out. If we can secure the antidote, we could launch a large-scale purge before the Jirisan monster wave. The hand slams down on the folder. They're father and son, aren't they? Unless they've completely cut ties, securing supply should be guaranteed. Commander of the Jirisan Monster Defense Corps, Lieutenant General Oh Jinhyung, Master. Contact Poyu Territory immediately. Tell them I, Oh Jinhyung, wish to speak with Brigadier General Kim. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. The scene opens to a wide shot of the Poyu domain, a city nestled amongst mountains and lush greenery. Yes, sir. Exterminate. A hand reaches out, its fingers brushing against a surface. They say even a worm will turn. When did our Taiju learn to do all this? He was so sickly we couldn't even send him to college. Let's head down to Guri City immediately. I'll book the train tickets right away. Taiju doesn't have much social experience, and now that he has all that money, he might get scammed. Just leave him be, please. What did you say? I said let's just leave him alone. We already removed him from the family registry and he's no longer our son. Oh, come on. The registry is one thing, but can you really sever the bonds of blood so easily? We have to help him. Enough. If you have a conscience, stop this. Conscience. Don't tell me he knows about the assassination request. It doesn't matter even if he knows. Jang In-dong is dead anyway, and there's no evidence. Then at least call him. Tell him to supply the antidote to the military. They said if you convince him to supply it, it'll help with your promotion review. How long do you think your father in Kyushu will support the Poyu domain? Even Kyushu territory is struggling now. We can barely afford Taepyeong and Teachen's tuition. What about their futures? Is Taiju your only son? Then go and ask Taiju yourself. I've made it clear that I'm not doing it. Ah. Fine, have it your way, Mr. High and Mighty. I'll do things my own way. A sudden flash of yellow light emanates from the wall. Scene shifts to a close-up of intertwined legs bathed in a dark, moody light. A sinister smile plays on his lips as he speaks. I'm glad you're spending the rest of your life meaningfully. That's a relief. The scene opens onto a bustling street labeled Guri Market. People go about their day under a bright sky, with shops lining both sides of the road. A storefront displays the name Flame Boutique, its windows reflecting the street outside. A classic lamppost stands sentinel beside the entrance. Inside, a rack of impeccably tailored suits hangs, their sharp lines catching the warm, ambient light. A man and a woman stand before a full-length mirror. The woman, with striking red hair, looks on as the man surveys his reflection. Red-haired woman smiles, her eyes glinting with amusement. It really suits you. The man, Kim Taiju, looks at his reflection. Thank you. A coat made from monster byproducts is definitely different. Kim Taiju stands tall, his long coat flowing around him. It's so light, yet it has high defense and even temperature control. I also like that you dyed it gray, so it doesn't stand out too much, just as I asked. He gestures to the coat's interior. I'm also very pleased with the ample storage space. The red-haired woman looks at Kim Taiju. I was thinking while doing the alterations, since you carry so many weapons, you must be an awakened related to that field. Kim Taiju gives a subtle nod. Yes, something like that. He leans back, a confident smirk on his face. I really can't take something this precious for free. How much is it? He adds, no, it's the price for saving my life, so please just take it. Two women whisper amongst themselves, observing Kim Taiju. One remarks, but you gave me something else that someone had already reserved. That must have put you in a difficult spot. The red-haired woman dismisses the concern. Oh, Lady Jong Yonui is fine. I've since tracked down another item and sent it to her. She flashes a confident, alluring smile, her hands adjusting her attire. Kim Taiju stands with his arms crossed, exuding an air of cool confidence. He points towards a section of the boutique. In that case, I'll take everything from here to there. The red-haired woman nods, hands clasped. Well, if you insist, I understand. I'll go pack them up, so please wait a moment. As the red-haired woman walks away, Kim Taiju watches her, thinking, he's definitely a different kind of awakened compared to the trash I saw recently. What a truly kind person. Subtle click is heard as a mechanism engages. A new figure, Brigadier General Kim, enters the scene, his gaze fixed on Kim Taiju. So this is where you were, Kim Taiju. I've been looking for you for a long time. Camera focuses on the crisp lapels of Kim Taiju's coat. Brigadier General Kim takes a step forward, his polished shoes making a soft sound on the floor. A man named Cho Hun-suk, identified as the representative of Yi Pharmacy, smiles broadly. Nice to meet you. I'm Cho Hun-suk, the representative of Yi Pharmacy. Kim Taiju stares, his expression hardening with suspicion. Cho Hun-suk reaches out, his hand moving towards Kim Taiju's coat. Cho Hun-suk smiles, his tone laced with a hint of mockery. Oh dear, I suppose my sudden visit makes you uncomfortable. You won't take my hand? Ha. Kim Taiju stands firm, hands in his pockets, facing Cho Hun-suk. So you do realize. What is your business? And how did you find out where I was? Our pharmacy association knows everything in Guri City. I won't beat around the bush. Why don't you supply us with the mosquito venom antidote too? Is this a favor or a threat? No. We'll even take care of the penalty fees. We'll pay you 3 times the supply price offered by Beck's drugstore. No, thanks. I don't want to become a man without honor. Then at least sell us the formula. I'll give you 5 billion. If you were in my shoes, CEO Cho, would you sell it for such pocket change? He sneers, his eyes glinting with malice. You're not listening. You'll find it difficult to settle down in Guri City if you're like this. Oh, did you have a visitor? Stubborn brat. You'll regret your choice today. Yes, sir. Let's start the work, just like we always do. The sound of a phone ringing echoes. The scene shifts to the outskirts of Guri City at Kim Tae-jae's villa construction site. The sound of heavy machinery at work. Sir, I'm here. What are those things in your hands? I've always received so much help from you, sir, so I thought I'd give something back. I bought some clothes for the kids. The orphanage director's eyes well up with tears. Mr. Taiju, you're simply a saint. I'll never forget this kindness. I'll work even harder from now on. You bet I will. I'm glad you like them. Everything is going smoothly thanks to you, sir. Thank you for all your hard work, from buying the building to the construction. Oh, right. I think I'll accept the proposal you mentioned earlier. Have you finally made up your mind? Yes. The representative of YJ Pharmacy came to see me today. And meeting him gave me the certainty I needed. That guy, did he try to harm you in any way? No, just a bit of a threat. Thanks to him, I've realized once again how you're treated when you lack power. So, I'm going to establish a pharmaceutical company as you suggested. Please continue to help me in the future. Haha, but of course. Then, please see that the construction is finished well. I'll be away for a while. Are you going somewhere far? No. Before we set up the company, I'm going to try and develop some new medicine. Before we establish the company, I'm going to focus on developing new medicine. This unique martial art created by Tang Gun AK, the strongest in the Murim, combines the 5 elements Qigong, the foundational mental cultivation method of the Tang clan, with enlightenment gained from various other martial arts. It is composed of a total of 10 stages, progressing from poison essence creation in the early stages to realm of the poison human and sword chi projection in the higher tiers. After the 10th stage, one must achieve enlightenment through poison spirit. Only those who have obtained a poison spirit can use the secret technique, Rain of Myriad Flowers, just as Tang Gun AK melted the heavenly demon, the ruler of the demonic cult, with his poison arts. Pharmaceutical company chairman is the absolute poison master. Mount Yuri Demonic Beast Appearance Zone. A powerful energy beam strikes the ground, causing an explosion of light and debris. Kim Taiju, surrounded by a green aura, confronts a massive, beast-like creature. Kim Taiju grits his teeth, a surge of energy emanating from him. With a swift motion, Kim Taiju plunges a blade into the beast, green energy erupting from the point of contact. Kim Taiju unleashes a powerful strike, sending the beast flying through the air. The beast lies defeated on the ground as Kim Taiju stands ready, his daggers gleaming. They called it a poison claw leopard cat, but it's as big as a tiger. Its skin was so tough that my weapons and internal energy barely worked. My current attainment is the 3rd stage of the primordial chaos absolute poison spirit art. I'm somewhere between a second-rate and a first-rate martial artist of the Jianghu. It's still a shameful level. Oh, this poison gland is quite large. For me, who shares the knowledge of Tang Gun AK, this training is no different from a review. Since I started with full enlightenment, I can grow quickly as long as I keep consuming new poisons. My body couldn't handle it for a while, so I was stuck at the 3rd stage, but now that my body has stabilized, there shouldn't be any problems advancing to the next stage. If I can just absorb the poison of the spore poison water deer, which was my goal. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with power as he prepares for his next move. Ah, right, I need to retrieve my flying daggers. Do you know how much these cost? The spore poison deer is a docile, non-preemptive demonic beast that has 2 humps on its back, much like a Bactrian camel. It has 2 humps on its back, much like a Bactrian camel. A spore poison water deer, docile and non-preemptive, with 2 humps on its back. Kim Taiju moves swiftly through the forest, pursuing the deer. The reason this docile demonic beast is terrifying is that, upon its death, the humps burst. The burst humps release numerous glowing purple orbs, scattering microscopic, highly toxic spores. The air crackles with potent energy as microscopic, highly toxic spores are released into the environment. Kim Taiju observes the dispersed spores, noting their potency. Is this the poison that supposedly even meets gas mask filters? He muses. To think it takes 1 hour for it to dissipate when exposed to the air. He examines the strange green energy emanating from his fingertip, confirming its nature. As I heard, it's the strongest poison so far, Kim Taiju states, a glint in his eye. I can't let this precious stuff go to waste. A surge of power erupts as Kim Taiju begins to channel the potent energy. Kim Taiju unleashes a torrent of green energy, the power radiating outwards in a blinding explosion. Raw power intensifies, overwhelming the senses as Kim Taiju draws upon the potent energy. His eyes glow with fierce determination as Kim Taiju focuses his power, preparing to absorb the poison. Let's focus, he commands himself. A concentrated orb of green energy forms, swirling with immense power. Condense the poison chi, Kim Taiju instructs. He extends his hand, drawing the potent energy towards him, and absorb it into my body, he declares. Kim Taiju strains as the immense energy is forced into his body, his expression a mask of intense effort. If I use the primordial chaos absolute poison spirit art to convert this into internal energy, the world fades to white as Kim Taiju pushes himself to his limit. It's the fourth stage. Meditating, Kim Taiju is enveloped by a powerful green aura as he circulates the absorbed energy. Emerging from his intense training, Kim Taiju surveys his surroundings, the green energy still pulsing around him. How many hours have I been circulating my chi? He wonders. Now that I've absorbed all the water deer's poison that spread into the air. He reflects on the sheer volume of energy he has absorbed. The volume is so large that it isn't easy to convert it into internal energy, he admits. A small thought crosses his mind. Did I get too greedy? Despite the challenge, Kim Taiju is confident in his progress. Still, I've perfectly understood the poison's components, so developing an antidote will be a breeze. He acknowledges the existence of other potent poisons in the world. Aside from the water deer's poison, Earth has more numerous and potent poisons than the murim. Kim Taejae's resolve hardens as he looks towards the future. With this advantage, I have to become stronger, faster. A flashback or a grim memory surfaces, fueling his determination. I cannot be weak like I was back then. The image shows a powerful, perhaps monstrous, figure wielding a massive sword, suggesting a past trauma. Kim Taiju stands with a stoic expression, while an older man with a backpack places a comforting hand on a younger, seemingly unconscious man. Never again, Kim Taiju declares, his voice filled with resolve. The concentrated green energy swirls intensely between Kim Taejae's hands, signifying the completion of a powerful process. The energy stabilizes, its glow signifying a major breakthrough. Done. It's finally the fourth stage, Kim Taiju exclaims. Kim Taiju sits cross-legged, radiating a powerful green aura, his hands glowing. That took quite a while, he remarks, a satisfied smile on his face. He stretches, releasing the tension from his prolonged training session. The forest setting suggests a secluded training ground. The sun sets over a majestic mountain range, painting the sky in vibrant colors. I stayed at Mount Yuri longer than expected, Kim Taiju states. I've achieved the fourth stage and figured out the ingredients for the spore poison deer's antidote. Fully equipped with a backpack, Kim Taiju stands ready to depart. Shall I head back? He questions, contemplating his next move. He walks away from the mountains, the setting sun casting long shadows. Being away for so long makes me a bit anxious because of the YJ pharmacy. The scene shifts to a nighttime cityscape, the stars beginning to appear in the twilight sky. A sign for Beck drugstore is visible on a modern building, indicating Kim Taejae's destination. Kim Taejae's backpack, carefully packed and secured, is shown as he prepares to enter the building. Kim Taejae's backpack is shown as he prepares to enter the building. The stern-faced man, Brigadier General Kim, turns to Kim Taiju. Oh, Taiju, you've returned. It's been half a month. I was worried because I couldn't reach you by phone. A young woman with short dark hair, Baek Seoyeon, also greets him, her expression a mix of relief and surprise. Welcome back, Taiju. Kim Taiju offers a sheepish apology. I'm sorry. I had my phone turned off because of my training and antidote development. Kim Taiju surveys the room, noticing the somber mood. He asks, why the long faces? Everyone, did something happen? Brigadier General Kim sighs, gesturing to empty shelves. Well, the pharmaceutical company's sales representatives said they won't be supplying us anymore and took everything away. Baek Seoyeon adds with a worried tone, on top of that, today the Autonomous Committee's Drug Authorization Department requested that we send them the ingredient list for an investigation into the antidote side effects. Brigadier General Kim's expression darkens as he listens to Baek Seoyeon's concerns. Meanwhile, a man with slicked-back white hair, the stern official, smiles sinisterly at Kim Taiju. He muses, could this also be Cho Hun-suk's doing? Brigadier General Kim looks at Kim Taiju, a grim realization dawning. He is also a general member of the Autonomous Committee. Kim Taiju ponders the implications, looking at a bottle of antidote. What happens if we don't give them the ingredient list? In the worst-case scenario, we could be banned from selling it. Kim Taejae's gaze hardens. He speaks with conviction. Is the standing commissioner dispatched by the Empire in on this too? To turn a blind eye to this? His eyes glow with a fierce intensity. The behavior of trash never fails to meet expectations. Just like legal Chen. A determined resolve settles on his face. But there's no compromise for me or Tang Gun AK. I'll just have to beat them down first. Kim Taiju addresses Brigadier General Kim, a confident smirk on his face. Mr. Beck, let's strike first. If they're going to threaten us, they should make it an actual threat. Brigadier General Kim looks surprised, his brow furrowed. Strike first. Kim Taiju explains his reasoning. Yes, they claim the antidote causes side effects, right? Then we shouldn't sell it. Kim Taiju smiles with a hint of menace, his eyes sharp and focused. This panel is a title card for the scanlation group featuring artwork of characters and promotional text. It does not advance the story. Scene shifts to a night view of the Beck orphanage with the name clearly displayed on a sign against a starry sky. Sounds of activity emanate from the orphanage grounds as people gather. A close-up shot focuses on a large, succulent piece of meat on a bone, hinting at a feast. Children and adults are gathered around tables outside the orphanage, enjoying a meal around a bonfire. The atmosphere is lively. Kim Taiju is shown bringing a forkful of food to his mouth, a satisfied expression on his face. A whimsical scene unfolds as a deer-like creature with large, glowing eyes nudges Kim Taiju, who is clearly enjoying a meal. Tiny winged figures add to the surreal, joyful atmosphere. The deer-like creature looks up as if in appreciation of the food. A voiceover states, "This is the taste of the spore poison water deer, said to be the best in the Samhan Empire." A somber narration explains the rarity of the substance. Since there was no way to remove the poison, any corpse found by chance was monopolized by the Imperial Emperor, making it impossible to obtain even with money, so the rumor was true. The scene shifts to a regal setting where a figure is seated, seemingly contemplating the information about the rare substance. Kim Taiju beams with delight as he savors his meal. Choosing the water deer antidote as my next medicine was really the right call. Past me. This tastes insane. With this kind of taste, the moment people try it once, everyone will become slaves to the water deer. Wow, it was a good meal. Everyone seems to love it. Should I try selling water deer meat while I'm at it? While supplying it to the emperor who's obsessed with water deer, maybe I'll also get to see the swordsmanship of the one called Grand Master? Thank you for giving us such precious meat, Taiju. I never imagined the new medicine would be that terrifying water deer antidote. Truly impressive. But is it really okay to just close the pharmacy and not respond at all? It's fine. If we don't sell the antidote, who will be the one at a loss? If we don't sell the antidote, who will be the one at a loss? The pharmacy chairman is the absolute poison. What the hell? It's been 5 days, still not open today. There are only a few antidotes left. How are we supposed to hunt? Hey, I guess the rumor is true. What is it? Adverse reaction to the antidote. Someone took it and something went wrong. Ah, I heard that too. They say sales might be suspended. These bastards, running their mouths because they can. I'm living proof. I've taken all of Beck's medicine. How dare they? Hey. That's enough. Disturbances will not be tolerated. Master Lee Jonghak. Why is the militia captain here? Is it true he's connected with YJ? They've always been in bed with the committee anyway. Well, business as usual. This is a decision by the Standing Committee. Due to side effects to Beck's Drug Shop's antidote, sales are prohibited until the formula analysis is complete. How are we supposed to hunt without the antidote? You want us to wear protective suits again? Yeah, I can't go back to the old days either. Just let them sell it. Or bring proof of side effect. Just because you're a master and immune to poison, it doesn't matter to you. Interesting. Since when did Trash start talking back to me? Enough. You all are not even worth drawing my sword. Get lost. A group of heavily armored individuals stand defiantly. As if anyone would leave. You there, the one who stayed. Do my words sound like a joke to you? I assume you have the strength to back it up. Sorry. How annoying. Do I really have to deal with this kind of thing too? Kim Taiju grips his sword, a faint spark emanating from the hilt. How dare he try to manipulate the Standing Committee? Oh my, officer. To think you even made that terrifying Lee Jonghak unable to move. I am deeply moved. A man with slicked back white hair smiles sinisterly, holding a phone. Even if he's a master, he's still just one of the 3 standing committee members. As long as Chairman Minute and I are here, under majority rule, he can't do anything. He should just keep maintaining public order like now. As long as you don't cross the line, he usually says for my district and doesn't interfere in things like this. As you said, officer, as long as the masters stay quiet, this will be wrapped up quickly. We've already started the next operation. I'll reward you greatly. Yes, of course. At most, they won't last even a week. Unless a fortune just drops out of nowhere. A nameplate reads, Lieutenant General Oh Jin-hyung. Is that true? Brigadier General Kim sits in his office, a stack of yellow folders on the table. Yes, we will supply 1 million units to the Yurisan Monster Defense Corps. The price remains the same, 50,000 won per unit, totaling 50 billion won. Yurisan Monster Defense Corps Commander, Lieutenant General Oh Jin-hyung, Master. 50 billion. The Lieutenant General's eyes glow with a fierce purple light. Is he upset that we're supplying to the military at the standard price? It seems the Corps Commander is in a very good mood. Ah, I see. Even at such a low price, is there still profit? Adjutant, can we cover 50 billion from the Corps Reserve Funds? Transfer half as the deposit right away. Wait a moment, there is one more item in this deal. Isn't the only product currently on sale the mosquito poison antidote? I'm planning to establish a company soon, so I recently developed another new medicine. He carefully handles a piece of raw meat. Please try it. Kim Taiju takes a sip of the dark liquid, a faint smile on his lips. This is? Isn't this meat? Yes, specially for you, Lieutenant General. Not bad. I've been cutting down on meat lately for health reasons. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. The Jerisan Demonic Beast Defense Legion is located in the remote outskirts of the Samhan Empire. Our Legion's mission is to control demonic beast waves and maintain their population levels. I was in despair when I was first appointed as the commander here. Wouldn't anyone be if you block the... Finally, an opportunity has come to me. A water deer antidote, you say? Commander, the down payment transfer and the matters you instructed have been completed. The adjutant stands ready by a desk with a computer. Just as you predicted, Commander, the reason they suddenly traded with us was due to the conflict with the Pharmacy Association led by Cho Hun-suk. Regarding the daily newspaper matter you further instructed, the scoop on the antidote contract and the water deer hunt is scheduled to go out tomorrow. Well done, Adjutant. Keep a close eye on Kim Taiju and help him if there's anything he needs. Yes, sir. And you've worked hard supporting me even when I had lost my connections. Thank you for finally acknowledging that, sir. All my suffering during that time. Adjutant. Commander. Hand grips a weapon tightly. Let's use this chance to climb all the way to the Imperial Court. Yes, sir. I understand. I will follow you faithfully. Long live Kim Taiju. Long live. Kuhahaha. Kim Taejae's house, outskirts of Guri City. The establishment of the company is progressing well. Once you decide on a company name, I will wrap up the rest quickly. You've worked hard. Fortunately, the contract with the military was a success, and Lieutenant General O even set the stage for us to save us the trouble. As expected, there's a reason he rose to the position of commander. What is Taejae's new drug? It was so spiteful that I cut ties with that bank and even closed the accounts I had there. You did well. Use the remaining money for managing the orphanage. And I've thought about it a lot, but I don't think I can run the company alone. Director, please, will you partner with me? With me, I've only ever run a small pharmacy, so I don't think I'd be much help. That's not true. I only know how to make medicine. I don't know how to sell it. I can't do this business without your help, Director. Ho ho, you already help me plenty as it is, but for you to think of me that way. It's bound to be a success, so I will join you. Shall the shares be 9-1? With Taiju getting 9, of course. Since you'll be the one running it, Director Beck, I want you to be deeply involved. 7-3. If you don't accept this, there will be no company establishment. I'm just a pharmacy owner, and as it happens, there is someone more capable. Someone from the orphanage? You saw her once before in front of the orphanage bunker, didn't you? Beck Seoyun. Yes, I remember. She is the smartest among my children. If it's all right with you, I will call her in immediately. After taking care of orphans for over 20 years, those children who have entered society and hold various professions are his true power. Anyone capable is welcome. As expected, I was right to work with Director Beck. Oh, that's great. Let's apply for it right away. Please apply with Tai from Taiju and Hong from Hongpyo Tai Hong Bio. Oh right, I've called in an awakened and an adapter who are former residents of the orphanage. For what reason so suddenly? A guy like Cho Hunsuk is the type to use physical force, so I called them to serve as your guards, Taiju. My guards? I'm fine. Have them protect the orphanage instead. Geez, look who's protecting whom. But still, what on earth is he relying on to act like that? Doesn't even have a pattern on his face, so he's not an awakened and at best an adapter. He says he used to be a soldier. Is he relying on that? You seem to doubt me again. Isn't it about time we built some trust? Oh, no, I trust you. Of course I do. If I don't trust you, Taiju, who would I trust? Let's make it clear this time. Please call those friends in right now. What? Why? The Jirisan demonic beast border zone. The air crackles with anticipation. A group begins their trek into the wilderness. So that's the illusion fox fur coat that costs over 4 billion won. It's dazzling. The equipment is excellent, but there's no tattoo on his face. If he lived as a porter, he must be a conformist or an ordinary person. It's dangerous from here on. Director Kim Taiju. My father strictly charged me to protect you. Baek Chang-hoon, 25, awakened rank, user, class, swordsman. Yes, I mean, just call me Hyungnim. Yes, Hyungnim. I thought he was in his 30s. Please stay behind me even if that coat has high defense. It will be uncomfortable to move in during battle. And since I'm an awakened in my own right, my coping ability is better than yours. I'm sorry if my words or actions made you uncomfortable. No, I'm used to it. You're worried because I'm not an awakened. Well, let's settle that thing over there first before we talk more. That thing. Forest floor bristles with unseen threats, red eyes glinting in the shadows. AS-class storm weasel. The beast's charge, a whirlwind of fur and claws. Dear readers, dive deeper into the story and unlock up to the latest chapter exclusively on vortexscans.org. Happy reading. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. Pack of storm weasels closes in, their menacing forms filling the frame. Damn it, a pack of storm weasels already. The sound of impending impact. Kim Taiju collapses, overwhelmed by a powerful force. He readies his attack. He prepares to unleash a barrage of projectiles. His eyes narrow with fierce determination. Launches a volley of sharp projectiles. Soaring explosion. A blinding energy erupts around him. Storm weasels. Their individual attack power is weak, but they're terrifying because they always move in packs of at least 20. Karuk. And now, these magic beasts, so strong that someone of my rank couldn't even dream of touching them, have been deleted. Kim Taiju turns, the light glinting off his coat. He stands amidst the trees, a faint glow emanating from his hands. Of all the things to run into, a pack of storm weasels. I didn't even have time to pull out my Yoabido, which I have to retrieve after every use. A shimmering purple blade, crackling with energy. I couldn't face Mr. Beck if you guys got hurt. Hyung, are you okay? There are none left. I used them all, in the end, to wipe them out quickly. I unleashed a barrage of the Tang clan's anti-personnel hidden weapons, the rain of pear blossoms and iron pellets. The problem is, all 200 plus of those hidden weapons are unrecoverable. Kim Taiju surveys the scene, the debris of battle scattered around him. How much was all that worth? It's times like these I desperately wish I had the 7th star of the poison spirit art. If I did, they'd fly right back into my hand. Taiju Hyungnim. I heard that masters can hide the tattoos on their faces. Are you a master, by any chance? Otherwise, none of this makes sense. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm not an awakened. Whatever, I'm taking the lead from now on. But my father said. Yeah, whatever, I'm going on ahead. Taiju Hyungnim, just what are you? Title card, the pharmaceutical company president's absolute specialization. Sounds of movement. The group moves through the dense forest. A wild boar-like creature is spotted in the undergrowth. Creature looks up, startled. A Gorani, Hyungnim, what's? Look at that, it knows that it can't touch us because of its own poison. Everyone, take the antidote, you're going to hunt that thing. Us, does this thing actually work? The Gorani antidote, I heard it's still in clinical trials. Can I really trust it? No, I have to. I've already partnered up with my father. He developed the antidote and he just showed us that incredible strength. Now it's our turn to prove our worth. Kim Taiju takes a drink from the bottle, his expression resolute. I'll go in first. If it tries to run, cover me with your mana guns. Kim Taiju draws his sword, his gaze fixed forward, ready for anything. Suddenly, a small, deer-like creature bursts from the trees, startled by Kim Taiju's presence. Creature lets out a terrified scream as Kim Taiju advances. The others shield themselves as the creature unleashes a powerful roar, its form shifting and growing more monstrous. Kim Taiju moves with incredible speed, his sword a blur. With a devastating strike, Kim Taiju unleashes a torrent of blue energy, cleaving through the beast. Monstrous creature, now in its final, pathetic form, lies defeated. It's gonna blow, watch out. The defeated beast erupts in a blinding flash of purple energy. Blast engulfs the area in a wave of purple orbs, leaving the onlookers stunned. I was skeptical at first, but this isn't bad. The antidote for the spore poison Gorani, and that kid too. His skills are lacking, but he's got guts, guys. Chang-hoon, look, I'm totally fine, ha ha ha. The red-haired woman and Chang-hoon watch, the aftermath of the battle still hanging in the air. Thank God, the antidote actually worked. So, you believe me now, right? With the right antidote, a beast like that is a piece of cake. Gorani's cry is worse than its bite. Take away the poison, and it's just a weakling. Ah, Taiju Hyungnim, I'm sorry for ever doubting the antidote. I believed in you all along. After all, you're the one who created the mosquito antidote. If everyone's okay, we're heading in deeper. The hunt continues. Yes, Hyungnim. You guys know how to butcher, right? Carve up that Gorani and pack the meat. Once this antidote goes public, the Gorani are going to be hunted to extinction. Samhan Empire capital, New Seoul, formerly the Manchurian region. The bustling cityscape of New Seoul, a metropolis of towering skyscrapers and busy streets. The imposing headquarters of the Mirani Group. Inside the Mirani Group's offices, employees work diligently at their cubicles, the rhythmic sound of typing filling the air. A close-up on an employee, her face hidden as she works. Hey, Section Chief Beck. Beck Seo-yun, the youngest section chief in Mirani Group's strategic planning department. I'll be direct, you're from Beck's orphanage, aren't you? The one run by director Beck Hongpyo. Just as I thought, my memory served me right. You drop every project you're on right now. What? Instead, I need you to go down to Guri and handle something for me. The director's smile widens as he looks on, a hint of something sinister in his eyes. This chapter was brought to you by the Vortex Scans team. Show your support and join the storm at vortexscans.org. Let's head down to Guri and take care of just one job. I've got a favor to ask. What are you talking about all of a sudden? What? You didn't read the newspaper? The news about the startup Taihong Bio. Taihong Bio signs contract with the military development of an antidote for spore poison water deer. What's gotten into this guy all of a sudden? Ah, you mean the spore poison water deer antidote, right? Of course I've read it. Beck's Drugstore is a subsidiary of Taihong Bio. The rumors already everywhere. What? Father never mentioned anything like that. Really? Well, it's not important. Anyway, go down to Guri right away and stick close to your father. And dig into that antidote. Secure the manufacturing formula. You know who I serve, right? Is he telling me to betray my father and play the spy? Beck Seo-yun's expression hardens as she contemplates the director's words. Heh. May I take a quick call? It's my father calling. Keep it brief and decide quickly. Yes, father. Beck Seo-yun listens intently, her expression unreadable. A blank screen suggests a pause in the conversation. The orphanage director stands with his arms crossed, a look of impatience on his face. Yes, got it, father. Yes, bye. That took quite a while. So, have you decided? Yes, I'll go down. Oh, good choice. Then let's discuss the details. However, eek. I'm quitting this shitty company. You're short, yet always looking down on people. It's been annoying as hell. You're just an orphan. What gave you the guts? Hey, get back here. The title reads, The Pharmaceutical Company CEO is an absolute special grade. The title reads, The Pharmaceutical Company CEO is an absolute special grade. This imposing building, standing tall under the moonlight, is owned by Kim Taiju in Guri City. Inside, the atmosphere is tense as figures move amidst rows of stacked crates. The camera focuses on Kim Taiju, his expression unreadable. Kim Taiju, now appearing more composed, dons a stylish trench coat over a dark shirt. A subtle smile plays on his lips. Kim Taiju addresses another individual, his words carrying a tone of reassurance. Yes, you've worked hard too. Now go back to the orphanage and rest. I'll handle the rest. Concerned voice questions Kim Taiju's decision. What about your security? Father specifically told us to guard you. The scene shifts to a close-up of Kim Taiju's face, his expression shifting from reassurance to a hint of concern, possibly due to the question about his security. Kim Taiju responds, his voice calm yet firm. Do you still think that after seeing me today? Go protect the kids at the orphanage and the CEO. Meanwhile, another figure, seemingly agreeing, mutters, I guess you're right. Kim Taiju looks towards the distance, his gaze thoughtful. Everyone, if you're done clearing up, pack your things. We're heading home. The orphanage will likely be safe. He ponders aloud, who would dare touch the only orphanage in Guri? How would they handle the citizens' rage? The imposing building of Kim Taiju's company reappears under the night sky, bathed in the glow of the full moon. A dark thought intrudes into the calm, but there are plenty of crazy bastards in this world. Especially here in Guri. Kim Taiju waves goodbye from the entrance, his demeanor confident, as others watch him depart. A group walks away into the dark, mysterious woods. The voiceover echoes, that's why I need trustworthy people like them. Kim Taiju's voice narrates his future plans. Once the company structure is set up properly, and I hire enough people to handle the antidote materials, I'll have room to develop new medicine. He reflects on his initial intentions. I was just planning to earn a decent amount and settle down, but things got much bigger than expected. The sound of an elevator arriving punctuates the quiet. The elevator display shows the number 55 foot. A pragmatic thought follows. Well, earning big isn't a bad thing. A warm light illuminates the hallway as Kim Taiju walks towards his new home. Thanks to that, I could even buy a house like this. He looks around his spacious new home, a complex emotion on his face. My own home. It feels strange. A hand reaches out, pulling a grey cloth over something, hinting at hidden events or preparations. A montage of past struggles flashes by, a fierce battle, a figure in military attire, and Kim Taiju amidst a chaotic, energy-filled scene. Text overlays reveal fragments of his past. But I survived. Was driven into the military by my stepmother and nearly killed. After awakening through soul sharing with Dang Gunak. Kim Taiju lies on a bed, looking up at the ceiling, lost in thought. It's been quite a turbulent time in such a short period. The view shifts to a cityscape seen through a large window, symbolizing his new foundation. As the foundation to stand proudly on my own. Low-angle shot focuses on two pairs of feet on a wet, reflective ground, hinting at an approaching encounter. Two imposing figures stand in the foreground. The leader, identified as Ma Sang-shik, the Guri villain organization leader, speaks with a menacing tone. That building belongs to that bastard Kim Taiju. His subordinate confirms, yes, boss. A subtitle identifies the menacing figure, Guri villain organization leader Ma Sang-shik, beginner. Ma Sang-shik sneers, his words dripping with contempt. A newcomer in Guri, already buying up real estate and acting like a big shot. Must be nice tilde. His subordinate chimes in, seemingly oblivious to the danger. The mosquito antidote was a huge hit. I hear the deer antidote is coming out soon too. Tension escalates as the subordinate, caught in Ma Sang-shik's glare, quickly backtracks with a fearful, I'm sorry. Ha, what a waste. If it weren't for Jo Hoon-suk's request, I'd kidnap that bastard and take the formula myself. B-boss, I know, we can't have Mr. Joe's drug supply cut off, so we have to do as we're told. Let's go. With focused intensity, a man uses lockpicks to bypass a security system, a cigarette dangling from his lips. Two figures descend a dimly lit staircase, their presence casting long shadows. Once we're inside, don't waste time talking, just inject him immediately. Once he gets a taste of the drug, his eyes will roll back. Then we can just quietly load him into the car. Silhouette glows with an eerie blue light as a hand prepares a syringe, the door lock mechanism visible above. Turning away from the door, a figure clutches a syringe, ready to act. A sudden, violent strike, a knife plunges towards an unsuspecting victim's head. The impact is immediate, a blur of motion and a sharp sound effect. A hand grips a syringe, the purple liquid inside pulsing with an ominous glow. The syringe is forcefully pushed, the plunger compressing the mysterious liquid. A struggle ensues as a hand tries to fend off the injection, the background a blur of motion. Originally, I was going to just take the injection. Shit, that scared me. This bastard was awake. Hey, what are you doing? Hurry up and inject him. I can't move my hand. What? I knew from the start that you guys were coming. What, where did he her? I forgot to mention, I hate injections. They hurt. B-boss, is this guy really a mana reject? What if I just swallow it? Will it be weaker? You worthless bastard, you've completely lost your mind. Stealing my drug and running your mouth in front of me? Why would you? Drink that. The syringe, now empty, lies on the floor, its contents having been consumed. Dear readers, dive deeper into the story and unlock up to the latest chapter exclusively on vortexscans.org. Happy reading. Welcome back, readers. We're about to dive into the latest chapter, so buckle up. Deep within the city's shadows, a fire burns, illuminating a group gathered in a desolate alley. The air is thick with unspoken tension. The word drugs hangs ominously, a stark reminder of the darkness plaguing this place. The self-governing committee's inability to shut down this operation points to a powerful figure pulling the strings from high up in Guri. And that very drug, the source of this corruption, is now laid bare, a syringe filled with a potent, swirling purple liquid ready to unleash its destructive power. Mastering the poison spirit art to 4 stars has granted him the power to wield such substances as if they were mere drugs. He recalls the days when the absolute poison demon, Dang Gun AK, roamed the martial world, experiencing every kind of drug imaginable: opium, dream-inducing powders, bliss incense, the list goes on. It was for that very reason he also took the drug. Now, a powerful, radiant green energy surges through him, hinting at a profound transformation. Well, he challenges, the question hanging in the air. A man, kneeling and enveloped in a green aura, is addressed by another. Feels like you've been reborn, doesn't it? Confused and desperate, someone asks, how did you absorb the drugs inside our bodies? The man who was seemingly reborn, Kim Taiju, turns his gaze, his expression stern. Your turn now. Tell me who sent you. Panic sets in as the other man stammers, "No, if I do that, I'll be killed." But Kim Taiju-yu's response is chilling. Alright then, let's make you a new person too. Suddenly, a powerful force erupts, accompanied by a piercing scream. The building's windows glow with an intense green light under the moonlight. This is Chapter 18. The city sprawls beneath a clear sky, a modern metropolis with a majestic castle overlooking a serene lake. Cars speed along a highway, a symbol of progress and order. Inside a sleek car, Kim Taiju sits, his expression calm as he surveys the passing cityscape. His gaze is sharp, observant, taking in every detail. Question is posed, so the one who filed the report was Kim Taiju, the mosquito antidote guy? Yes, that's right, comes the reply. The report states that the Sangsik gang broke into his home and was caught trying to kidnap him. Furthermore, he has identified who is behind it and possesses evidence. He wants the militia to take them in and investigate thoroughly, proving we can be trusted. The name Jo Hun-suk is mentioned with frustration. Jo Hun-suk, of course. Damn it, if you're going to start something, at least finish it right. Botching it like an idiot. The discussion turns to strategy. Kim Taiju is just a recent drifter who came to Guri, so he's manageable. But the real problem is Baek Seo-yun. His reputation's too clean and too high. Dragging Jo Hun-suk in and forcing a settlement would be fastest, but there's no way that beady-eyed bastard will go quietly. This'll turn into a long, drawn-out conflict, and since he asked for a thorough investigation, the militia will feel the pressure too. Looking out at the passing landscape, a thought is voiced. So in the end, that's the only way, huh? A modern building stands against a backdrop of rolling hills. Outside, a group of men in suits are on their knees, hands bound behind their backs. The scene shows several men kneeling, their hands tied behind them, presenting a picture of subjugation. A man, eyes wide and glazed, drools as he begs, Please, Jay, just give me some more drugs." Polished shoe descends, poised to strike. As Kim Taiju walks forward, flanked by 2 formidable companions, he addresses the crowd gathered. Oh, quite the crowd here. Hello everyone. An older man, arms outstretched, greets them. You got here fast. Master Lee, and you too, militia folks. A surprised question is directed at Kim Taiju. Master. Then, a sharp command, move. A man, overwhelmed by withdrawal or fear, mutters, D-drugs. Kim Taiju issues a clear order, step back, all of you. As the others react with confusion, he states a name, Ma Sang-sik. The focus shifts to a metallic object gleaming with a cool, blue light, hinting at immense power or advanced technology. By the authority His Majesty granted me, I hereby execute you on the spot. Blinding green energy blast erupts. The blast connects, sending shockwaves outward. Figure in a long coat appears. That's enough. He confronts the other man, holding a phone. Why are you killing a key witness? The man on the phone, Jo Hun-suk, pleads, revealing his involvement. YJ Pharmacy's CEO Jo Hun-suk is the one who ordered you to abduct me and get me hooked on drugs. The man in the coat, Kim Taiju, reveals a photo of Jo Hunsuk. Judging from how you're acting, you already know all this, don't you? The other man, confused, asks, Who are you? Kim Taiju replies, Kim Taiju. A sinister figure emerges from the shadows, eyes glowing. That antidote. Close-up on Kim Taiju's intense gaze. Kim Taiju faces the sinister figure. Is that supposed to impress me that much? The figure, unfazed, retorts, is that supposed to be such a big deal? A close-up on Kim Taiju's stoic expression. In a forest setting, a man with a backpack speaks to another. You're that porter brat from back then. A close-up on the eyes of the man being addressed. The man from the forest appears again. Yes, the other replies, it's a face I've seen before. The man with the backpack asks, so, you're the one who made the antidote? A sinister smile spreads across the face of the man who made the antidote. Here in Guri, my word is law. A group of men, heads bowed, listen intently. I'll make you one last offer. Let this end with those four losing their heads. Kim Taiju refuses. I can't accept that. The other man replies. Then. Kim Taiju draws his sword, ready for a fight. Try and stop me. Kim Taiju unleashes a powerful sword strike, crackling with energy. The opponent grunts, TCH. Kim Taiju retaliates with a barrage of green energy. Unleashes another powerful green energy attack. The battlefield erupts in purple energy as Kim Taiju engages. You're the one who caught these guys, huh? Kim Taiju's hand is grazed, drawing blood. You actually managed to put a scratch on me. Guess you've got at least one decent move. In that case. The opponent's eyes glow with purple energy, a sinister grin on his face. For obstructing a master twice, the sentence is death. Kim Taiju asks, are masters really that impressive? Kim Taiju, holding his claws, muses, I'm honestly curious. What exactly are you relying on, Guildmaster? Kim Taiju, holding his claws, muses, I'm honestly curious. What exactly are you relying on, Guildmaster? His hand reaches out, conjuring a barrage of green energy blades that slice through the air. Powerful purple energy crackles around his opponent as they prepare a devastating strike. Stop. The two combatants clash mid-air, surrounded by a storm of energy. A helicopter descends rapidly, its occupants preparing to engage. A man in a tracksuit lands with immense force, kicking up debris. That's far enough, Lee Jong-hak. This panel contains website information and disclaimers. The helicopter continues its descent, its occupants clearly in mid-action. Hey, Lee Jong-hak, that's far enough. Group of men in military-style uniforms stand before a modern building facing a different faction. Long time no see, Lee Jong-hak. Lee Jong-hak, arms crossed, smirks as he faces another man in a suit. Do I need permission just to show up here? I'll take this as the military planning to meddle in Guri's affairs. Nah, I'm not here as a soldier today. Lee Jong-hak, with a sly grin, states his current purpose. Today, I'm just Oh Jin Hyong. Then let's each mind our own business. The man in the suit glares, clearly displeased with the turn of events. Are you hurt anywhere? No, I'm fine. Who did this to you? Just give me the name. The Jirisan Monster Defense Corps are introduced, led by Major General Gu Jun Young, who will handle the situation personally. I'll assign some idle officers as your escort detail. Should I brew you a tonic too? The man in the suit observes the gathering, noting the presence of 4 masters, all military officers. 4 masters, and on top of that, they're military officers. No way to talk my way through this. Leaving already? You should stay and chat a bit more. I'm not as carefree as you lot. I'm surprised. About what? If you're that busy, you should have cleaned out the trash in Guri long ago. No need. I can't stand the Sangsik Gang punks anyway. I'll deal with them when I get back. Wait, leave the dogs here. They're coming with me. Didn't you say the military wouldn't get involved? What exactly are you doing? What do you think? These are the bastards who tried to kidnap a good friend of mine. This is a clear violation of imperial edicts. What? If I cut your head off right here and now, what punishment do you think His Majesty would give me? Indeed, you're doing this and still. Still what? You going to look away or not? Do you think we wouldn't dare lay a hand on you? Say the word and we can move on him right now. Everyone in the car, we're heading back. Thank you, Lieutenant General O. Not at all, we're already in the same boat, aren't we? I really appreciate you coming on such short notice as soon as I called. Is Owner Beck alright too? If you hadn't called General O, this could have ended badly. And we managed to keep hold of those bastards. While we're on the subject, I'll handle them myself, and the one behind them too. It's not just your problem. If these people disrupt antidote production, what then? The safety of our entire corps is on the line. My throwing blade nicked him, so 4-star poison still doesn't affect a master. Didn't show a single sign of poisoning. If Lieutenant General O hadn't stepped in, could I have won in that situation? I have to get much stronger. So this never happens again. Ha! Kim Taiju, Oh Jin Hyong, damn bastards. This is from where that brat scratched me earlier. Don't tell me. Poison? NGH. Kim Tae-jae's hand is being gripped tightly as green energy pulses through his veins. What is this? Guildmaster? Get him to a hospital, now. The car speeds through the city, tires screeching. What the hell is this? Kim Tae-ju. Screen displays commission information and recruitment notices. The screen shows special thanks to patrons and various translation editing roles. A disclaimer states that comics are previews and to buy the original version if available. A helicopter flies over a majestic mountain range under a bright sky. Several men in tracksuits sit in a dimly lit room. I'll tell you everything I know. No need, we already know it all. Jun Tai. Yes. A hand grips a dark bar. Man in a tracksuit exits a vehicle. Alright, one at a time, out of the car. Hayek, please spare me. Gya. Cleanup's done. Good. Take care of Jo Hunsuk as well. Yes, understood. You two assign troops to Taihong Bio. Yes, sir. Chapter 20. The bustling atmosphere of a public space with people coming and going. An incoming mobile call displays Baek Chang-hoon. Hey, Chang-hoon, I'm at the terminal now, just got off. What? He really did all that? Yeah, I'm telling you. He's poured billions into the orphanage. And he's already created the antidotes too. Last time I saw him, I thought he was a scammer. Hard to believe. I'm in a taxi now. I'll see you at home. Okay, sis, travel safe. Please take me to Beck's orphanage. Sure. So there was a reason father called me here. The entrance to Beck's orphanage. Inside the orphanage grounds, children are gathered and adults are preparing food over a fire. Oh, you're here. Of course, if father calls, I have to come. Thank you. I'm glad you did. What's going on today, and what's all this? Look, we caught a spore poison roe deer, so we're having a feast. I see. So what Chang-hoon said was true. That's right, that's why we're eating it now. Taiju is waiting over there. Come with me. It's hot, so eat slowly. Taiju, this is Seo-yun. Ms. Beck Seo-yun, nice to meet you. We've met before, right? You remember, I was really rude back then. Please take care of me from now on. I'll help grow Taihong Bio properly. That's reassuring. Thank you. A formation of soldiers stands at attention. Chem. Sir. Major Du Minitsu and 19 others have been assigned to security duty for Taihong Bio. Thank you all for coming, but with this many people, I'm afraid we don't have enough rooms for everyone. You too, assign troops to Taihong Bio. Yes, sir. Field camp gear has been brought. The agreement is sealed with a handshake. I look forward to working with you, Major Du. A solemn vow is made. I'll stake my life on protecting you. Orders are barked. You heard him. Drop your packs and get ready to eat. Move. The command is reinforced with a sharp move. A profound realization dawns. I'm not alone anymore. I've got forces of my own now. The scene shifts to a sprawling estate identified as Guri Castle. Inside a luxurious boardroom, the setting is the self-governing committee meeting room. A man is heard discussing illicit activities, price-fixing on medicines, threatening small pharmacies, lobbying financial institutions. An official faces the accused, demanding, "Do you acknowledge these charges?" The accused man, visibly distressed, admits, "I do." Walking down a grand hallway, the man reflects bitterly. Those bastards, they were happy enough to pocket my money, and now they cut me loose like this. On top of that, Ma Sang-six vanished. Kim Tae-jae's still alive. Overwhelmed by the turn of events, he questions, where did it all start going wrong? In a parking garage, he resigns himself. There's nothing I can do right now. He decides on a course of action. If I lie low for a while, things will quiet down on their own. Driving through the night, the car speeds along a bridge, the silhouette of a castle in the distance. The car continues its journey through the dark, forested landscape. A traffic light glows red, signaling a stop. In the rearview mirror, a motorcycle rider appears, approaching rapidly. The driver reacts with shock. What the? A violent impact occurs, shattering glass and erupting with intense red energy. The car's interior is bathed in a menacing red light, the steering wheel splattered with what appears to be blood. The car teeters precariously on the edge of a cliff, headlights piercing the darkness. Below, on the cliff edge, a figure stands beside a motorcycle, watching as a blue energy surge erupts from the water. A message confirms, mission accomplished, returning now. Further promotional text explains that comics on the website are previews and encourages purchasing the original version. It also promotes faster updates. Kim Taiju lies on a medical bed, his body covered in strange green veins, clearly in distress. Struggling to move, Kim Taiju groans in pain, his condition worsening. A man with white hair and a briefcase enters, addressing someone. Guildmaster, we brought it. He presents a glowing, ornate box. It's a top-grade elixir from Mirani Pharma. Kim Taiju, his eyes wide with urgency, pleads, hurry. Desperate, Kim Taiju consumes the elixir, his body contorting as the green veins spread. Ah, that's better. As expected, a genuine 10 billion won elixir is on another level. Kim Taiju cries out in agony as a blinding golden light erupts from his chest, his body convulsing. Sweat pours down his face as he screams, damn. His eyes roll back, barely conscious, as a voice mutters, Kim Taiju, that bastard. Title card. The pharmaceutical company president is an absolute tyrant. With Baek Seoyun's arrival, the company is slowly taking shape. The problem is, we still have too few products compared to a normal pharmaceutical company. So this time, I've come deep into Yurisan to hunt a giant moon bear and use its gallbladder to create a new drug. Of course, while I'm here, I also need to search for new poisons for my training. It hasn't been long since I reached 4 stars, but maybe because I consumed so much spore poison recently. I'm already on the verge of 5 stars. Dang Gunoki would be shocked if he knew. Kim Taiju looks around with a questioning expression. That's a toxic sap bark tree. It oozes poison from its bark to keep insects from gnawing on its stem. He tastes the sap, remarking, sweet, good poison. A blue-bellied shaman frog. The blue area on its belly is where the poison is. It has a numbing effect, good one to collect for research. Kim Taiju carefully places the frog into his pocket. A white-necked king centipede. Kim Taiju observes the centipede, noting its immense size. It's bigger than most snakes. The potency of its venom is enough to kill an orc in one hit. He tastes the centipede's venom, remarking, strong stuff, nice, fresh taste. Kim Taiju looks forward, a determined glint in his eyes. He senses something nearby, asking, a pattern? Pair of glowing eyes pierce through the dense foliage. A monstrous silhouette emerges from the shadows. Found you. Or did it come find me? The creature reveals itself, a giant moon bear. Giant moon bear roars, unleashing a wave of purple energy that shakes the ground. Kim Taiju braces himself. I ran into it sooner than expected. Let's see just how strong it really is. Kim Taiju equips a set of sharp, claw-like gauntlets. With a burst of speed, Kim Taiju unleashes a flurry of dark energy tendrils. Tendrils strike the giant moon bear, causing it to recoil in pain and rage. Kim Taiju observes the beast's reaction, noting, fast. Kim Taiju stands his ground, facing the enraged giant moon bear. Kim Taiju unleashes a flurry of strikes, his movements a blur as green energy crackles around him. He's using gale footwork to enhance his speed and agility. A guttural roar echoes through the forest as the monstrous form of the giant moon bear emerges from the shadows. Giant moon bear, a hulking beast with glowing red eyes and spikes protruding from its back, lets out a furious snarl. The bear charges, its massive form shaking the ground. Blue energy flares around its claws as it prepares to strike. Kim Taiju counters with a powerful palm strike, unleashing vein-sealing poison palm. A blast of green energy erupts, clashing with the bear's attack. The impact sends shockwaves through the forest. Kim Taiju is thrown back, but he manages to maintain his balance. The clash of powers creates a blinding explosion of light and energy, tearing through the trees. With incredible speed, Kim Taiju uses Phantasmal Advance Step, appearing behind the bear. He presses his advantage, launching a series of rapid attacks, green mana swirling around his fists as he strikes the bear's vulnerable points. Kim Taiju lands a decisive blow, sending the bear staggering back. He declares, none of its landing. The enraged giant moon bear roars, its eyes burning with fury. Kim Taiju acknowledges, "It really is stronger than an expert level FOE. I can't handle this with just 4-star poison spirit art." Kim Taiju expression hardens as he contemplates his next move. In that case, he resolves, "I'll just have to get stronger." In a surprising move, Kim Taiju consumes a small, green-spotted frog, seemingly to absorb its essence. Process is intense, showing the struggle within as he integrates the frog's power. He feels the power surging through him. "The toxic energy surges through my meridians like crashing waves. All I need to do is send it into my poison core." Kim Taejae's eyes glow with a vibrant green, indicating the transformation is complete. There. Stands enveloped in a powerful green aura, radiating newfound strength. The system confirms, Hunwon Musang Poison Spirit ART, 5 stars. His eyes, now glowing green, fix on the bear with renewed determination. From here on, it'll be different. Kim Taiju adjusts his coat, a confident smirk playing on his lips. He summons 2 shimmering, ethereal butterflies, infused with green energy. Blood butterfly. Giant moon bear charges again, its roars filled with primal rage. Kim Taiju explains, "Blood butterflies are a hidden weapon art that becomes usable 85 stars in the Poison Spirit ART. By infusing them with inner power, you can freely alter their flight path." He manipulates the blood butterflies, guiding their path with precise control as they weave through the air. The bear's eye is struck by a concentrated beam of energy from one of the butterflies, causing it to recoil in pain. The combined force of the blood butterflies overwhelms the bear, its body being torn apart by the magical energy. Kim Taiju calmly states, "It's over." The giant moon bear, defeated and wounded, stands its ground, its roars now filled with despair. Kim Taiju observes the fallen beast, 2 goals achieved at once, reaching 6 stars and taking down the moon bear. With a satisfied smile, Kim Taiju declares, "Time to take it out." The air crackles with raw, volatile energy emanating from a glowing, pulsating orb. Kim Taejae's gaze is sharp, his expression intense as he observes the phenomenon. "So this is the gallbladder," he muses. The toxic energy is intense, just as expected. Green mana surges around Kim Taiju as he firmly grips the orb, its energy now resonating with his own power. Standing amidst a mystical forest, Kim Taiju holds the orb aloft. "Success," he declares. "Now I can make the elixir. Let's head back." A montage of recruitment notices and patron acknowledgements fill the screen. The title card for the chairman of pharmaceutical company is a Poison King is displayed, featuring 2 characters and a chapter number. A vibrant, fantastical landscape is shown, with a portal on one side and a colossal beast on the other. Under the banner Vera, join the fight. Below, a message from the scanlators is displayed. A message to the readers from the scanlation group explains their recent shift to a pay-to-read model due to financial pressures. A serene, ethereal landscape unfolds, with floating islands and traditional Asian architecture. A man with silver hair stands on a balcony, observing the scene. Silver-haired man, holding a cup, remarks, "I heard it sewn together stitch by stitch." 2 men with similar silver hair and beards converse. One asks, "Is this how you trim the ends of your beard?" The other replies, "TSK, it's not about appearance. The important thing is the vibe." A stern-faced man with a straw in his mouth scoffs, "Look, he feels completely different from that copycat sword immortal." He then shouts, "You damn lowly immortals." The silver-haired man, holding a cup, overhears the commotion and says, "I can hear all of that, you brats." He continues, "Even if you try forever, you won't be able to create this vibe." He takes a sip from his cup, a look of deep satisfaction on his face. A hand presents a small, shimmering orb containing a miniature Earth. "Unless you've seen Earth like I have," the voice says, "isn't that right, Taiju?" A glowing, golden elixir is finally complete. "It's finally complete," a voice states, "the giant moon bear gallbladder elixir." Kim Taejae's hand is shown working with ingredients. Failing twice and succeeding on the 3rd try, he comments, "It was harder than I expected." He holds up a small, amber-colored pill. Elixirs are judged by their elite mana crystal content. The narration explains, if it's over 50%, it's a premium product. It costs over 10 billion, but it sells well because it can raise awakening ranks. A 100% high-end elixir raises your rank immediately, so it's worth whatever price people ask. Kim Taiju, looking at the pill, asks, "But my ingredients were 1/4 of a giant bear gallbladder, common herbs, and 0.1111 g of a normal mana crystal. What grade would this be?" He then turns to Chang-hoon, asking, "Chang-hoon, want to try this?" Chang-hoon, startled, replies, "Why yes, I dozed off for a moment." He then asks, "Did you finally finish it?" Yeah, just now, Kim Taiju confirms, offering the pill. You've waited a long time, right? Here, try it. Chang-hoon examines the pill, wrinkling his nose. Why does it look like rotten rabbit poop? He asks, but then adds, but since you made it, it should be fine. With a look of anticipation, Chang-hoon swallows the pill. I'll eat it gratefully, he says. Kim Taiju waits, a question in his eyes. How is it? Chang-hoon looks uncertain, his hands raised slightly. I'm not really sure yet. Suddenly, Chang-hoon is engulfed in a bright blue light, his body levitating. Gasp! A blinding white light erupts from a building, causing a massive energy surge. The camera pans down a long, shadowed staircase. Congratulations, your rank has increased. You can now learn beginner skills. My rank increased. Hyung, my rank increase. What? What do I do? I shamelessly ate something this expensive. How much should I pay? Do I need to sign a slave contract? Calm down. The ingredients weren't expensive, but with this level of effect, it's a high-end elixir. Could it have only worked well on Chang-hoon? Chang-hoon, go bring a friend. A friend? There's a mana-compatible kid from the orphanage, right? Someone kind and discreet. You're not planning to make him eat this too, are you? Of course. Good things should be shared with friends. Hyung, I brought him. Hello, Hyung. I'm Jang Sunchul. I got a call from Nuna Seon and just arrived yesterday. Jang Sunchul, 23, mana-compatible, from Beck's orphanage. He's 2 years younger than me. Smart and kind. First time meeting you, Kim Taiju. Sunchul, try this too. Is it rabbit poop? No, Hyung, how can you call this great elixir something like that? It doesn't matter what it is. If you give it to me, I'll eat it. Ooh. Congratulations, you have awakened. A tattoo? Don't tell me. Why yes, it says I've awakened. Congratulations, Jang Sunchul. Arf, it hurts. Let go. One got a rank increase and one awakened. I made it, but this is ridiculous. No matter how good something is, this goes too far. I can't sell this. Instead, I'll turn it into something I can sell. Into Yosangdan, healing pill, a treatment for internal injuries in the Murim. Hyung Taiju. I will serve you with complete loyalty. No, loyalty is a bit much. Please order me to do anything. I will definitely repay your kindness. Northern jungle of the Jirisan demonic beast zone. Kaya. Ranks are clearing one by one. Beginner, regular, expert, and finally, master rank clear. User rank clear. A voice asks, status report? 5 water deer secured. The men confirm that all awakened individuals were fine, even after exposure to spore poison. One adds, it's definitely worth its price, while another chimes in, it's actually cheap. The duration is a full 12 hours. A stern-faced man with long hair and a beard states, good, the effect is certain. Good work. Take the deer and return, commands the man, while his subordinates salute and declare, destroy demons. As a truck is loaded with the deer, one soldier asks, they say it tastes heavenly, which part is the best? Another exclaims, 5 of them, they're all mine. Man with the long hair, clearly anticipating the meal, imagines the deer meat and whispers, I'll hide it deep in the refrigerator and savor it slowly. Heavenly taste. A man in a white suit claps his hands together, saying, good work, you caught quite a lot. I can already picture His Majesty being pleased. Lieutenant General O turns, surprised to see another man and asks, Secretary Jim, what brings you here? The man in the hat replies, long time no see, Lieutenant General O. The man in the hat, identified as Jim Suho, Court Secretary of the Samhan Empire, explains, I heard you were presenting water deer to His Majesty, so I came right away. He is described as the Emperor's closest aide and the second strongest awakened person. What do you mean? Lieutenant General O stammers, as dark tendrils begin to emanate from Jim Suho. Jim Suho menacingly asks, what? Do you have a problem with that? Sweating profusely, Lieutenant General O denies any issue. No problem. Jim Suho laughs heartily, remarking, just as expected of Lieutenant General O, it'll be heavy to carry back to the unit, so I'll take them from here. He then adds casually, oh, by the way. Jim Suho's expression turns serious as he states, killing Jo Hunsok was fine, but going after Lee Yoonghak too was excessive. If he dies, it'll become troublesome. Why did you do it? Lieutenant General O looks taken aback, exclaiming, what? I didn't touch him. Losing the water deer is already upsetting enough. Jim Suho retorts, then why is he on the verge of death? How would I know? What happened to him? Lieutenant General O asks, while Jim Suho remains silent. Jim Suho adjusts his hat and states, find out yourself. I have to get going. Lieutenant General O, bewildered, calls out, hey, why are you leaving in the middle of explaining? He mutters, what the heck is it, huh? A promotional image appears. A promotional image appears. Building of the Samhan Empire, Mount Yuri Monster Defense Corps, is shown. Inside a room, Lieutenant General O asks, so the Imperial family took all of the spore poison antidotes? The man opposite him confirms, that's right, they even took all the water deer we caught. Lieutenant General O pleads, so, I have a favor to ask. Please make some more of the antidote. He explains, I'm getting calls from other places too. They're begging to buy it before it hits the market, no matter the price. The other man replies, and with the reopening of Beck's drugstore coming up, I don't have time to make batches for other places. I know. The man continues, so please wait just a few months. Once the factory is finished and mass production begins, we will supply them smoothly. He then adds, but if there are people who cannot absolutely wait, tell them this. The man smiles confidently. He states his price, 10 million won per set. That is the only price I'll sell it for. Lieutenant General O is shocked, exclaiming, 10 million won? Wasn't it 500,000 won last time? The other man calmly replies, yes, the 100 sample sets I gave you were at that price. There is a reason I priced this medicine so low, and that will also be the retail price. No, father, that's too cheap. Sion, the antidote isn't just for hunters. Ordinary citizens need it as a household medicine to prepare for a monster wave. We must keep it cheap so we can save them. Kim Taiju sits, his expression distant. But the people who want to buy it right now are different. They either want to hoard the water deer meat, resell it elsewhere for a higher price, or hand it over to other pharmaceutical companies. Isn't that why they're trying to get their hands on it before it's officially released? Well, that's. So, if they can't wait a few months and want to buy it at a premium, they can buy it at that price. No negotiations. I see. 10 million won. I'll pass along the message. Now that the antidote is settled, shall we move on to the main topic? The main topic. It's the Great Emperor Recovery Medicine that we're releasing this time. If you get injured in the field and fall back, taking this medicine will let you redeploy immediately. In a way, it's a strategic resource. It might be hard to believe, so let's test it together first. I believe you. Pardon, I haven't even explained the effects yet. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? I'm sure it's an incredible new medicine. Are you really not interested in re-enlisting? If you want, I'll go to the Imperial Palace in New Seoul right now and petition His Majesty. Just say the word. You keep bringing up re-enlistment. Kim Taiju slams his hand down on the table. Let's just call off the deal. The title card reads, The Pharmaceutical Company President's Absolute Charm. Chapter 23. Taihong Drugstore. It's finally open again. Did the name change? Taihong Drugstore? Let's get inside already. Move out of the way. Wow, look at the crowd. I don't think I can buy the mosquito antidote today. But what's that? Spore poison antidote? Great Emperor Recovery Medicine? Are they new medicines? Is that spore poison antidote for that water deer? And a medicine that heals both mana and internal injuries? That's impossible. It's completely possible. The person who makes those medicines is the real deal. It's completely possible. The person who makes those medicines is the real deal. Just trust him and buy it before it sells out. Who are you? Me. The first man to test the mosquito venom antidote and the pro who brought Kim Taiju out of obscurity. Park Jin-soo. That will be 5 million won. You're joking, right? Look at the price list here. A friendly clerk presents a document with a smile. The price list details various antidotes and recovery medicine, with the Great Emperor Recovery Medicine costing a hefty 5 million won. It's noted to heal targets and increase mana. Man in armor, holding the list, questions if anyone has actually purchased such expensive items. The clerk beams, informing him that he's the first customer to consider it, addressing him as Pro Park. Hearing he's the first, the armored man's expression shifts to one of excitement and resolve. He declares he can't just walk away and demands the Great Emperor Recovery Medicine. The scene shifts to the exterior of Tai Jae-yu's house, a modern building with a prominent staircase and elevator. Inside, 3 individuals are seated around a table, reviewing documents. Brigadier General Kim, Baek Seo-yun, and another man. The man on the right, Kim Taiju, smiles as he comments on the excellent first day of sales. Baek Seo-yun, holding a document, mentions that they have Pro Jin-soo to thank for the sales, prompting a surprised pardon from someone off-screen. The armored man, covered in blood and grime, excitedly shouts that he'll take all of the medicine. He's identified as the first to verify the new medicine's efficacy. Brigadier General Kim smiles, a sound of approval escaping him. Baek Seo-yun states with certainty that this reopening has made her sure of their direction. She elaborates, explaining the need to sell more medicine and thus acquire more stores. A man with a stern expression and a military bearing addresses a group reporting that they sold 10 billion won worth of spore poison antidote before its official release. A close-up on Baek Seoyeon's confident, smiling face. She informs Taiju that since he brought in such huge profits they can move up their schedule. Kim Taiju, with a relaxed smile, admits he didn't expect so many people to pay 10 million won for a pre-order. Baek Seoyeon explains that once the factory is finished and store acquisitions are complete, she plans to recruit talent to help run the company. Brigadier General Kim, now looking more relaxed, is informed that he will be their CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Baek Seoyeon declares that she will be the CEO, Chief Executive Officer. She then turns to Kim Taiju, announcing that he will be their chairman. Kim Taiju, arms crossed, contemplates the title, finding it makes him sound old. He muses that as a former Mana reject, he only just made it this far. Response is a simple, affirmative of course. Brigadier General Kim and Baek Seoyeon are shown at the table, engrossed in their documents. A sudden chime sounds from an intercom system, indicating a front door call. The intercom screen displays a distressed-looking individual who asks, "Excuse me, is Kim Taiju here?" The camera pans out to show the exterior of a modern apartment building at night. The same individual from the intercom, now visible outside, questions, "What brings you here at this late hour?" A man bows deeply, introducing himself. "Hello, I am Park Jong-tae, the Vice Guild Leader of the Nogadan Guild." He continues his plea, "Please, save our guild leader." The other man replies, "All right, apology accepted. I assume guild leader Lee Young-hak is in the car." A sleek black car sits parked as the man in the trench coat walks towards it. Inside the car, a man in a suit appears distressed while the man from the trench coat looks on with a grim expression. The man in the suit, clearly suffering, gasps, "I was completely wrong about everything before. Please, save me, no medicine is working." The other man observes, "Well, look at this." A voice from outside the car questions, "The guy begging for his life is just sitting in his car." The man in the trench coat stands tall, his expression unreadable, while the suffering man looks up at him with a desperate gaze. Dear readers, dive deeper into the story and unlock up to the latest chapter exclusively on vortexscans.org. Happy reading! Big news! Night Scans, Aurora Scans, Quantum Scans, and Leviathan Scans have joined forces to create something epic. This epic merger unleashes our combined power to bring you massive variety of incredible series, lightning-fast releases with premium quality, thriving community where fans and our team connect. Brace yourselves for explosive chapter drops and mind-blowing new stories that will capture your heart, fuel your passion, and leave you absolutely hooked, all exclusively from Chi Scans. Your incredible support is our driving force. We're beyond excited to embark on this game-changing adventure with you. The man in the trench coat stands on the street, looking down at the man who has fallen to his hands and knees, pleading, "Please." Collapses further, his voice cracking, "Save me." The man in the suit explains his dire condition. "Nothing I do works, not even the detox treatments at the hospital. Even the premium elixir from Mirani Pharmaceuticals was useless." The man in the trench coat, with a cold gaze, asks a chilling question, "What do I gain if I save your life?" The suffering man's eyes glow with a desperate green light as he offers, "I will cooperate with whatever you need. You can even use me as your blade." Kim Taiju dismisses the offer. "A blade? I don't need one." The man on the ground groans, "PL please." Faint smile plays on Kim Taiju's lips as he considers, "I might consider it if you promise me one thing." The man's eyes widen with a glimmer of hope, his face contorted in desperation. "I'll do anything." Kim Taiju looks down, his expression stern. "Focus on the public safety of Guri. Stop wasting time on power struggles and stay faithful to the duties of the Vigilante Corps. If you do that, I will respect you." The man below agrees, "I will definitely do that." Kim Taiju states, "I was going to save him anyway." He continues, "If Lee Young-hak dies, the Vigilante Corps will collapse, putting public safety in Guri at risk. If you want revenge, come find me whenever. But if you bother the people around me, like Bosbeck or the people at the orphanage..." Kim Taejae's eyes glow green as he menacingly declares, "I will kill you again, anytime." Ihong Bio Factory Completion Ceremony. A wide shot reveals a grand factory completion ceremony with a crowd gathered. A voice from the crowd addresses Chairman Kim Taiju. "Chairman Kim, congratulations on the completion of the factory. Do you have any plans to build factories in other regions?" Kim Taiju, standing at a podium, responds, "Yes, but due to issues with sourcing medicinal herbs, I plan to focus on increasing production here for the time being." Another question follows, "Are you not looking to receive any investments?" A reporter with a microphone asks, "Why are the two new drugs being sold exclusively in Guri?" Kim Taiju explains, it is due to licensing issues with the medicine. If they are granted licenses, they can be available for sale in other cities later on. A hand is raised in the crowd, and a question is posed. Do you have any plans to release the entire recipe for these new drugs for the sake of human peace? Kim Taiju, looking intently at the questioner, asks, who is asking? I am curious about the intent behind that question. The questioner identifies himself. I am reporter Kang Du-cheol from the Galaxy Daily. I asked because there are too many people who cannot get the medicine due to a lack of retailers and supply. Below, a thought is revealed. Those guys Seoyun mentioned, the ones the mercenary group uses to smear their competitors. Reporter Kang Du-cheol continues, so why not offer contracts via OEM? If production volume is insufficient, why not collaborate with a large company that has mass production facilities like the mercenary group? Kim Taiju, listening intently, states, reporter, it sounds to me like you are telling me to hand over our manufacturing formula to another company. The reporter stammers, that is not what. From now on, there will be no interviews wherever a reporter from the Galaxy Daily is present. And let me be clear, even if you get your hands on the formula, you will never be able to make a generic copy. Only Taihong Bio can do it. Chairman, congratulations on the completion ceremony. You've worked really hard, and I am truly sorry about the incident with the Galaxy Daily. It was your first press conference. It is fine. It was not your fault to begin with. I had no idea Mirani would stoop so low. You handled it very well. Every pharmaceutical company will try to keep US in check from now on, so we should get used to it. More importantly, how is the public reaction to the new medicine? I was just checking that. Is there really a sucker out there buying a 5 million won recovery potion? No, it is definitely Taihong Bio's mistake, 50,000 won. So why would I pay this much? Since they developed the antidote, they get a pass on criticism, but this is going too far. I would rather spend that money on a cost-effective water deer, so-called true. Buying that recovery potion is proof of being a sucker. Ramaha, there is a sucker right next to me. Isn't that just a gesture of gratitude for the antidote? It seems like the people in Guri are buying them one by one. Oh, how dare you disparage Taehong's recovery potion. Buy one quickly, sell one ordinary mana potion and get yourself kicked out by a stern measure and passed out. So me, were about to withdraw, but after causing a scene, they got back up and tanked just fine. This is exactly like those items in RPG games. You know, reading this title, the mana recovery is so good. Strictly speaking, it is more like a cockroach-like recovery potion. Will it work out? The potion is so good and the mana is max. That to myself, one pill is like having an extra life. I need to go out some. If the train tears go out, we sold out. The reaction to the recovery potion is good. Word is spreading quickly online. That is a relief. The water deer antidote is also getting a good response. That is for sure. Every news outlet is worried that the water deer might go extinct. It is a good thing we secured a supply of water deer meat beforehand, as you suggested, Chairman. Now all that is left is the distribution route. Has there been any progress on securing retail space? Well, there is no property left in Guri. Except for this. Yes, these are the pharmacies owned by Jo Hun Seo, who died in a car accident. Oh, so they are on the market. Since they are on the verge of bankruptcy, the bereaved family is selling the stores and buildings to leave Guri. That would be the only way. Do we have the capital to purchase them? We can take out a loan for the missing funds, but the legal issues are the complicated variable. Legal issues? It is an ownership dispute between the bereaved family members. CEO Baekseon, go to the Nogadan Guild and meet Guild Master Lee Jong-hak. If you tell him you need help with legal issues, he will kindly assist you. Excuse me, Master Lee Jong-hak? Time flowed quickly. Why is he being so kind? With Lee Jung-hak's help, we acquired 11 stores from Jo Hun Seo's family. And a total of 12 Taihong drug shops, including the main branch, began sales. The 500,000 won antidote for the camel water deer spore toxin, the 5 million won Taihong recovery potion for healing internal injuries and increasing mana. Monthly revenue exceeded 100 billion won, so we built a second factory, an additional herb warehouse, and hired over 500 employees. But the biggest gain was Baek Chang-hoon and Jang Soon-ful. Since they became subordinates, I taught them martial arts related to the manufacturing method, and now that their proficiency has increased, they take turns in 2 shifts to manufacture the medicine. Guri City, Chilhyuk District, Hillside Slum Village. Where on earth did this kid go? That is. Kim Taiju picks up a single, muddy sneaker. Kneeling, Kim Taiju clutches the sneakers. Behind him, a shadowy, monstrous figure with glowing red eyes looms. Suddenly, a hand lunges from the side, grabbing Kim Taiju by the ear. An explosive impact as Kim Taiju is violently slammed against his attacker. Kim Taiju retaliates with a powerful punch to the attacker's face, who is wearing a hooded sweatshirt. The sneaker flies through the air, caught in the chaotic struggle. Kim Taiju recoils, his eyes wide with shock and disbelief. His jacket is torn, revealing his injured shoulder. Kim Taiju looks back at his opponent, who is now crouched on the ground. The opponent's voice echoes in his mind. With a desperate realization, Kim Taiju turns and flees. Kim Taiju sprints through the alley, a blast of energy erupting behind him. A terrifying, shadowy entity with glowing eyes and sharp claws lunges forward, its voice booming. A collage of intense character portraits hinting at a larger conflict. A promotional message inviting readers to join a Discord server for updates and support. The exterior of Guri Hospital, illuminated under the moonlight. Kim Taiju lies in a hospital bed, groaning softly. Another man stands by, arms crossed. Man by the bedside questions Kim Taiju. Kim Taiju explains the situation, sweat beading on his forehead. The man by the bed sighs, his expression one of mild exasperation. The man by the bed expresses his frustration. Man in a trench coat enters, asking what happened. The man by the bed explains Kim Taiju was ambushed. The man in the trench coat approaches Kim Taiju, who is still in bed, and asks to see his wound. The bandages are removed, revealing deep glowing red gashes on Kim Taiju's chest. The man in the trench coat observes the wounds, noting they aren't from a blade but resemble claw or talon marks. The man in the trench coat asks if the attack came from a magical beast. The man in the trench coat asks where Kim Taiju was attacked. Kim Taiju replies it was in the hillside shanty town. Man in the trench coat points out that the shanty town is deep within Guri, making a magical beast attack impossible. The man in the trench coat asks Kim Taiju to explain in more detail. Kim Taiju recounts investigating the area around the shanty town where his missing friend lives and finding his shoe. I ran for my life without looking back, but they managed to catch my back in the end. You made the right call. Looking at the wound, it wasn't an opponent you could handle. I'll go check out the details myself. Brother, I'll go with you. No. You don't know what it is or how strong it is. You stay by Sun Cheol's side. Understood. Am I still not of any help to him? Whatever it is, I shall take care of it. Episode 25. Shanty Town, Guri City. The investigation leads Kim Taiju down the stairs of the shanty town. Clash happened here. Kim Taiju observes the surroundings, a sense of unease growing. It's the exact same shape as the wound on Sun Cheol's back. As expected, these are closer to claw marks than a weapon. Excuse me. I haven't seen your face around here before. Are you a resident of this neighborhood? No, I don't live here. Then what brings you to this place? I have something to look into. What is this disgusting, foul stench? He smells just like the remnants of the demonic cult from the Murim world. The paths in this neighborhood are complicated. Allow me to guide you. Yes, this is undoubtedly the scent of demonic energy carried by a demonic practitioner. Thank you for the offer, but this is a personal matter. I'll just look around a bit more before heading out. Even in this world, there are humans who possess demonic energy. What do you mean? I said I'd guide you. This place is more dangerous than you think. They are known as fiends. Just as demonic cultists grow stronger by eating humans and absorbing their internal energy, fiends grow stronger by eating humans and absorbing their mana. Hey. I will absolutely slaughter trash like this. Both Dangunake and I would. You, how many people have you devoured? What, so you noticed? Could this be the beastification I've only heard rumors about? They say a fiend undergoing beastification becomes twice as strong as before. Since you've discovered my identity, you won't be leaving this place alive. You were going to devour me, even if I quietly followed you. So what? Stop talking nonsense now. By any chance, were you the one who attacked Sun Cheol? The monstrous transformation unleashes a furious assault, dark tendrils and fiery energy erupting around Kim Taiju as he lunges forward. A blinding flash of green energy emanates from Kim Taiju's hand as he conjures a spectral blade, the air crackling with power. Spectral blade pierces through, unleashing a volatile surge of green energy directly into the enemy's torso. Standing his ground, Kim Taiju faces his monstrous opponent. Not bad, but this level of attack won't work on me in my beastified state. The beastified Kim Taiju grins, his eyes glowing with malevolent power. It'll regenerate in no time. What? The beastified Kim Taiju recoils, a look of shock crossing his monstrous features. It's not regenerating. Is this poison? A sly smile plays on Kim Taejae's lips as he manipulates green energy in his hand. It seems to work pretty well, though. Then let's keep going. Beastified Kim Taejae's rage intensifies, his monstrous form contorting as his struck again. Wait. Kim Taiju unleashes a rapid barrage of strikes, the blood-spotted poison palms, 5 consecutive strike skill slamming into his opponent with devastating force. Kim Taiju lands a powerful blow, the green energy exploding outwards as he connects with his foe. Kim Taiju continues his relentless assault, the green energy impacting his opponent with blinding intensity. Every time I get hit, it feels like chunks of my mana are ripping away. Kim Taejae's eyes glow with intense green energy as he focuses his power, a determined look on his face. SSPH. Caught in a brutal exchange, Kim Taiju realizes the dire situation. I have to run. Kim Taiju makes a desperate escape, a powerful blast erupting behind him as he flees. Kim Taiju scrambles up the stairs, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. Fiends are like cockroaches. If you spot one, more are bound to appear. The silhouette of a man is cast in shadow, splattered with dark, ominous stains. That's why I intentionally gave him room to escape. Kim Taiju stands on a rooftop under the moonlight, a confident smirk on his face. Because he'll lead me straight to the other cockroaches. Kim Taiju checks his phone, his expression serious as he reviews a report. With his phone in hand, Kim Taiju surveys the surroundings, ready for action. Shall we get going then? Inside the Nogadan Guild office, a frantic individual rushes towards a seated figure. Master, we have an emergency. Nogadan Guild Master, Lee Junghak, sighs with exasperation. Sigh, what is it this time? Another murder case. The subordinate urgently presents a tablet showing an informant report. Enno, sir, please look at this. A fiend report has just been filed in Chilhyokdong under Chairman Kim Taejae's name. Lee Junghak stares at the tablet in disbelief and shock. What? Lee Junghak slams his hand forward, his voice filled with urgency. Mobilize the entire vigilante unit right this instant. Title card for the chairman of pharmaceutical company is a poison king. A nighttime view of a demon hideout in Chilhyokdong, Guri City. Nighttime view of a demon hideout in Chilhyokdong, Guri City. The air hangs thick with tension as 2 hardened men eye each other warily. Suddenly, a panicked cry cuts through the night. Cheon Koryang, what's going on? A grotesque, mutated figure scrambles on the floor, clearly in distress. The mutated figure pleads, please help me, he's coming. The other man, trying to maintain calm, asks, calm down, what are you talking about? The mutated figure's eyes glow with an eerie green light as he gasps, so there were more cockroaches after all? New figure emerges, radiating an intense aura. His eyes burn with a cold, green light. He calmly asks, tell me, which one of you 3 touched Sunchul? The others shift uncomfortably. The mutated figure lets out a sinister chuckle. Heh. The man with the ponytail demands, what is going on here? Who the hell is Sunchul? The man with the ponytail demands, what is going on here? Who the hell is Sunchul? Kim Taiju smiles coldly, my subordinate number 2, who was attacked by one of you and got hospitalized. The mutated figure's grin widens maliciously. Heh, don't tell me he survived. He then hisses, if my hyungs kill you, I, Cheon Koryang, will definitely. Kim Taejae's eyes flash with power as he unleashes a devastating green energy blast directly into the mutated figure's head. The figure roars in pain. Guh. Kim Taejae's hand glows with green energy as he states, so it was you. You should have said so. From the start, I would have killed you earlier. The man with the red hair, seemingly unfazed, retorts, no, actually, if I had, I wouldn't have found the remaining bugs. He then shouts at Kim Taiju, Koryang, you bastard. Another voice adds, he killed our youngest, an expert rank, this easily. The man with the ponytail looks intensely at Kim Taiju. Is he a master? A master's tattoo is usually not visible. Their unique tattoo only appears when they release their power. He then asks, there seems to be a misunderstanding. Where are you from? Kim Taejae's feet stand firm on the ground, emanating a faint blue light. Floor is littered with personal belongings, phones, a watch, keys, a purse. Kim Taiju states, misunderstanding? All over this house, there are only traces of people eaten by you bastards. Kim Taiju, his long coat billowing, asks, what exactly is the misunderstanding? Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with a fierce green intensity. Demonic cultists and demons really do the same things. As expected, whenever I see you. His gaze sharpens, the green energy flaring around his eyes. I should beat you to death. A monstrous hand, tipped with razor-sharp claws glowing red, clenches into a fist. A guttural roar erupts. Shut up. A terrifying, shadowy demon with fiery red hair lunges forward, its claws extended. I'll avenge our youngest. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with focused green energy, a stark contrast to the encroaching darkness. A title card appears, Phantom Preview. The demon lunges, its shadowy tendrils lashing out, but Kim Tae-jae intercepts with a powerful wave of green energy, deflecting the assault. Demon's monstrous face contorts in rage. You rat bastard. Kim Tae-jae's hand, now adorned with glowing green blades, moves with blinding speed. He unleashes a barrage of razor-sharp green energy attacks, slicing through the air with incredible force. The demon's shadowy form clashes violently with Kim Tae-jae's green energy, explosions of light erupting from the impact. The demon, engulfed in darkness, sneers, an attack like this won't even come close to working. Kim Tae-jae unleashes a final, concentrated blast of green energy, overwhelming the demon's defenses. Working. Kim Tae-jae unleashes a final, concentrated blast of green energy, overwhelming the demon's defenses. Kim Tae-jae unleashes a concentrated blast of green energy, overwhelming the demon's defenses. Standing tall over his defeated foe, Kim Tae-jae declares, if you're a demon, you won't die from just this much, so I just injected 2 poisons into your body. The demon writhes on the ground, gasping, the energy-scattering poison and spore poison will slowly melt you from your internal organs. He weakly pleads, Hyung Wang Anpung, save me. Kim Tae-jae's eyes glow with a chilling green light as he coldly states, writhe slowly in pain and die. Title card. The pharmaceutical company president is absolutely unique. Energy blasts streak across the night sky over a village. A figure sprints through the darkness, leaving trails of energy. They curse, damn it. A man runs frantically through a cave, his mind racing. Seop Widang, who is equal to a middle expert, was defeated. That guy is definitely a master. Forget avenging my sworn brothers. First, I need to get there. Man's face contorts in a grimace of effort and desperation. Suddenly, a powerful green energy blast strikes, eliciting a pained grunt. Guh. Green energy crackles on the man's back as he recoils, realizing, did he coat his weapon with poison? My body is going numb. Close on a gas mask and canisters. A gruff voice mutters, Grgh, yeah, keep following me. I'll kill you soon. Kim Tae-jae surveys the dark, rocky interior of a cave. What's that place? A cave. He considers the surroundings. So there was another hideout near the hillside village. Kim Tae-jae walks into the cave, a determined look on his face. Why did he come here? Is he asking to be killed, or does he have some hidden move? The entrance to the cave is shrouded in darkness and swirling energy. The cave entrance. A figure wearing a gas mask and glowing with red light speaks, you're really persistent. You cruel bastard. Kim Tae-jae stands his ground, facing the masked figure. I can't be crueler than you people who eat humans. The masked figure holds up 2 canisters. It's the most efficient way to gain power, so what can I do? Kim Tae-jae observes the canisters and mask. A gas mask is what is holding a biochemical weapon. Masked figure throws the canisters, declaring, good, let's end this now. Die, you idiot. Green energy erupts around the fallen canisters. Kim Tae-jae is enveloped in the green energy, so it was poison after all, and a man-made chemical poison I've never eaten before. The masked figure explains, how is it? It's called enhanced sarin gas. If inhaled, even a master can die within minutes. He adds, I can't believe I'm using something this precious on you, someone I've never even seen before, instead of Lee Junhak. Kim Tae-jae's eyes narrow with intense focus, surrounded by swirling green energy. I was secretly looking forward to it, but I didn't expect it to be such a precious poison. This is something even Tang Gunak has never eaten. I have to absorb it all. His silhouette glows as a luminous, tree-like structure representing lungs forms within him. Absorb the gas through my bronchi and lungs. The energy coalesces into a glowing orb pulsing with power. Then move it through my blood vessels to the poison core. Kim Tae-jae looks up, a dawning realization in his eyes. Could this be? He stands, radiating immense green energy. 6 stars. Kim Tae-jae kneels, his hand touching the ground as green energy surges around him. The masked figure taunts Kim Tae-jae, mocking his silence and demanding he keep running his mouth as he did before, asking if he has already met his end. Kim Taiju lunges forward with explosive speed, the ground cracking under the sheer force of his movement as green mana surges around him. In a blur of motion, Kim Taiju closes the distance and clamps his hand firmly around the masked figure's throat, catching him completely off guard. With a cold, predatory smirk, Kim Taiju leans in, his green glowing eyes piercing through the tension as he mockingly asks his opponent if he's feeling the heat. Kim Taiju maintains his brutal grip, channeling his mana directly into the masked figure, forcing him into a state of total helplessness. As the masked figure struggles to breathe, Kim Taiju declares this act as vengeance for a fallen friend, cruelly urging his victim to try and breathe comfortably while he suffers. The masked figure gasps for air, his vision blurring as he manages a final, strained insult, while Kim Taiju remains unmoved, coldly praising the effectiveness of his own technique. Standing tall over his defeated enemy, Kim Taiju lets out a sharp, disappointed click of his tongue, making it clear that he has no intention of letting the man die so easily.